get him on again!
It's got a Cammy boy!
Derek Ferguson and Cammy Kerr.
What a coup!
It's all
I've
about
not seen a
Cammy
Dale boy in a
Kerr.
while.
It's all about Cammy Kerr, aye.
Who do you want to ask first how they're doing, Paul?
I'd like to see how Cammy's doing first.
Aye, of
Well,
course,
who
he's
you
a guest.
texting?
I'm trying to turn my phone off. It's actually on airplane mode, but I keep getting a vibration through it. And I don't know why that's
Is
happening.
that why it was sitting in your mouth over there?
Cammy boy, how you, mate?
All good, Slaney.
You look
Buzzing to
terrible.
be on.
Yeah, buzzing.
Because there's been a lot of stories here for you other years with Si and Gowser coming on. Are you want to put a few of them to bed? That
Yeah, I'll need to because there's been plenty over the years that I've had to.
Well, we're going to talk about his career at the end, right?
Oh, then?
At the end, but we do need to get you set a few things straight first.
Aye.
So the rumour that you and your bird were caught practicing thrones again in a public park. True or false?
Boys were on about this earlier, saying that.
True or false?
True. But I've got
Right.
true.
So how does it?
That's brilliant. Even the boys behind the camera.
What were you
how
throwing
does
in?
it happen?
She could throw it further than him, that was the problem.
So how did this go about, mate? How does it happen?
So this is the actual true story. Like this is it. So we watched. I think it was a 20s game up at Montrose. And I
You took your bird to watch a 20s
And
game?
actually, that's added bit to it. I took her up to watch. And we're on our way back, and we had one of the boys in the car, but we went out for a wee kickabout. But next goes off, I've got it, and just saying, look, got to do a few of these for the gaffer, you know what I mean?
How did the gaffer tell you
He's
your
not-
thrones
well,
hadn't
he
been
said
good?
the throw-ins were terrible, so I had to improve them. So I had her coming in to go out, and I'm throwing it down.
What was she flicking it on? She was up flicking it
She's
on
flicking it on down the line.
Was she good at it? Was she
She was on it, yeah.
in a public park.
And then Gaz, it was Gaz Dugan at the time, young Gaz Dugan, just went in the next day and told everyone, I was at, cheers Gaz, you've killed
Did
me.
your bird have boots on or did it?
Nah.
How was
Nah.
she? Was she no bad?
I think they were just trainers. Yeah, she was good.
Alright.
Boys were decent.
Was it different ranges? Were you doing shorter ones, longer
I had
ones?
to get the short ones first before
Short
I
ones.
moved on.
Amazing. Second one. While you were full time with Dundee, your mum bought you a Dundee warm-up jacket for your Christmas.
Yeah, what was it? Like a big match day jacket.
What did you do when you opened it up?
No, I was buzzing it.
So he walks in and I'm sure, I don't know if I was there, but the story is that he walks in and the boys like that to the kit woman. How are we not getting the jackets that Cammy's got? Like, can we get them? And she was like, no, he bought that. His man bought him that for Christmas.
That's it, getting that.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Were you shocked a bit? See when you opened up, were you a wee bit shocked thinking, why has she done that? Or were you actually genuinely buzzing?
like, cause generally, see, when I was young, I used to get all the Dundee stuff, but
Right,
that was me full time a good few years then. I was still getting it, I was thinking,
See, but I'm shocked at
I love
you're saying
that.
when you were young, you're still only what?
no, 28.
I can't believe you're only 28.
I know.
Some of the games you've played, mate.
I know. You
Yeah.
seem, I'm not saying this in a bad way. You seem to have been
A bit
around that, innit?
That's something that...
Mad that his man
Fair
knows to
play.
buy me, your mum knows to buy you a sub jacket, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, bro.
Last thing I done his testimonial, I hosted it for him.
Right.
He's had fucking 3 dinners, 5 golf days, 2 games.
Magic.
Much have you made?
Nah. It was good. It was a good event. It was a good event.
Much have you made?
I know a lot.
He's made a fortune.
No, I've not. But
You
honestly,
didn't take a fee, did you?
Nah,
you never
didn't.
gave us a fee.
You put on honestly unbelievable night.
Was it good that night? Aye, I heard it was
Honestly,
amazing.
It was.
You put us up in the hotel, didn't you?
Yeah, and we had a wee.
Me and
a
your
wee
man
night
ended up
out.
going back there.
Why do you
Is
not
there
just stay in
any-
the flat with him?
Charlie Adams was in the flat with.
Charlie was in was
All right, so you couldn't get in because Charlie was in.
Any stories for that night? The testimony ones
There's
you
a few
done?
stories for that night. They ended up,
Quiet
he ended
night,
up
that.
getting called it for a cutting that came for that night.
Can't really.
No, I can't
Really,
even. No.
But you did. I remember you coming in the next day saying the night was brilliant.
Amazing, mate. Such a good laugh, innit?
It was a good lab. Good people there as well. Like.
Are you
kids
got
were
to be away now for Dundee, mate?
Yeah, that was probably like on a serious note. It's been a hard few weeks, but it's football. Yeah, it's the first time that has really happened to us in my career. But it was tough. But I've got.
You were in tears, weren't you, in the interview?
No, it was tough. Generally, everyone's kind of spoke about that, and the camera just rolled on, and the boy left the room, and I must have been about 20 minutes, half an hour trying to get everything out. It was just full emotions there at the time because I was in to see John that day, and then I was leaving. It all just kind of happened in the one day.
It's horrible though, that, mate. And you get a lump in the throat and there's nothing you can do.
Couldn't get that away.
Aye.
Every time I went to speak, I was like, I can't do this, but I got
Good though, mate. I love that. Showing your
emotion.
100%.
Playing up to the fans a wee bit now.
Maybe. I done it in Lenny's office. I was
What's
only
that,
there
great?
a year and a half. I was only there a year and a half and all.
Have you ever got it in front of a manager? You ever got it in a football setting?
No, you would. I mean, it's a different era, innit? You wouldn't. That was would be showing weakness, wasn't it? So you didn't do that back then. Aye, you'd go away somewhere else, maybe yourself, and you would be the anger and all that, and you would maybe do that. But no, in front of people.
I genuinely done it with Lennon, and he went like, what are you greeting for?
There's a few times
That's the worst thing when he goes, what you
when
getting?
you go away, you can't get
And
it
he
back.
went like, what are you greeting for?
We've talked about pet peeves on here. You stayed with Charlie Adam for what, 6 months?
6 months.
What was your pet peeve that a millionaire
Aye.
never put his hand in
Tight
his pocket?
cramp, yeah. Everything was half as down the line, but you would have thought that you would have put the hand in the pocket a few more times. No, Charlie was good to stay with though. He was a good laugh. Always had a good laugh with Charlie, but it is out at home.
Yeah.
What was his dinner? Were you making his
He's
dinners and
gonna
all
leather
that?
you, man.
What? Were you making his dinners and all that?
I made the dinners.
And you cooked and cleaned up as well?
Clean, done the lot.
Did he not get off his arse now? What a hero, man.
Nah, he would
Just to some decent made him do everything.
Nah, I always volunteer to do the cooking, but I just served him.
What was his favourite dinner? What did he like? What was his
I liked a white pudding supper.
Any pet peeves this week? Gary Neville is taking the
Isn't
piss. Well, he's full shows that now. He did a 30-minute show on just pet
I
peeves.
couldn't, but Room 101 they're calling it.
Room 101.
And then Roy Keane came out and done the hate shaking hands, exactly what you hated.
You don't like that, do you? No.
Nah, frauds there.
Mm.
You got any of this? You went down to a hotel, sorry mate.
No, everything's been good with me.
How's your divorce with the dick?
Struggling. Don't know.
Is it messy, is it?
He's becoming really messy with the pubes again.
No, I heard it's the balls that you're fighting with. He's saying there's no way you need them.
You're not getting any use of it. No, I did see yesterday, Paul. Did you see the man yesterday with the high jump?
Oh, about that. I was just going
The
to
guy's
bring it
Bobby
up.
get caught in the bar. Oh, it was a...
Did you
Bobby
see?
Bar. You Bobby Bar, who's he Bobby Bar?
By the way, did he looked as if he was excited, didn't he?
Like he was trying to do it.
I know, I
Trying to get a jab in there.
I think he's gave it a good wee frisk before he's ran
mate,
down, hasn't he?
there's no way you're ever getting in a bar with the size of the thing it was on his pants.
What was it, huge?
Oh,
Aye,
no, but it was
it was
massive.
Was that
I've not seen it.
It was
but boys
Gordon
will.
Dale, like, by the way.
was it at the back for the railing?
Gordon Dale couldn't do that. Couldn't do the high jump.
No, no.
Mate,
He'd be wilding it all the time.
That's what got him disqualified. That's what got put out the tournament.
His dick got him
He
disqualified.
clears the hanging.
Put him out.
He clears the hanging while he get
He's
caught.
Bobby, put him out.
The Olympics has been brilliant, though,
What about
hasn't
the American spitter calling you out after he won? He was doing that.
it? So he was.
He's doing that. I
You
thought
like
he's calling slaying
You
it.
like him?
Did you see that 100-metre sprint? That's the best one, isn't it?
Last night. Do you know, I think they held him a wee bit too long.
What was
it
the
was show business, wasn't it, when they came out? But on the line, they held him for
But I
about 2
enjoyed that. I thought that added
Did
to
you?
the drama.
Did you? Right.
But it was so close. They were all right up.
Aye. They're machines, aren't they? They are.
Oh, they're
level,
machines, mate. It's incredible, isn't it? Steve McLaren took the Jamaica job, didn't he?
To make an accent in it.
Aye, Jamaican accent, he'll have that nailed to a T. I was staying in a hotel at the weekend, and pet peeve when they tuck your bed sheets fucking so tight in at the side and bottom of the bed.
Aye.
The fuck's that about? It's like a straight jacket,
How
man.
hard's it to try to get your feet?
Try and get your feet.
Kick it out.
Try and kick it out. And another one, mate, how slow people drive over speed bumps. Holy fuck,
No,
it's
you
a
just
speed
fly
bump,
them?
man. Not flyer, but
You don't go over them, you go through the middle of them.
5
If there's
mile
two
an
in
hour.
the
People
road.
actually come to a stop before they go at a speed bump.
I was thinking that on the overtaking lanes when people are just sitting outside.
Oh, I just had it at Manchester
When you're
in
trying
3
to
years. Fucking hell.
overtake.
And the last one, you've you know, people might think I'm making this up. You've witnessed it happen to me. People do this to me all the time. Go, what's happening? And I'll go, oh, nothing, just podcast. Did the podcast. Oh, but East Kilbride didn't fit me. I go, what else is happening? No, nothing else is fucking happening. I've just fucking told you what's happening.
But it's 3 or 4 of them.
Ain't it?
It doesn't
There's 3 or
produce
4 of
two.
the same ones that keep
And you
doing
don't
it.
know where you're going with yourself, do you? You know,
What else you want to do that? What else is happening? Just told you fucking loads. What's happening with you?
So what's happening?
We'll get on with this. I said your first appearance of the season, Derek. Excited to be back.
Aye. Oh, pet peeve. Oh, tell you what.
What?
NHS. Have a word with yourself, mate. My missus.
No, NHS isn't a person.
Aye,
You know
but like, to me it is.
Right.
That person, whoever it is, man. I was up in the A&E, up in Wishaw, for, 9 hours? 9 hours. My missus, she collapsed, as you know.
way.
She collapsed and I took it, I fainted or whatever.
It was actually
I brought her
terrifying
back
at one point.
I brought her back.
Did you save her life?
Oh, I am right up to
Mouth
date.
to
My
mouth?
first date.
But it was
I just
Dale
scalped her
Boy's
arse. So I did. No, but ended up, she went to doctor, she's got up there. So went up in the Thursday night, my birthday.
Your birthday,
as well.
yeah.
She tried to steal my son there. But she got in, she saw the doctor quite quick. We sat there for 6 o'clock and we got away at 2 o'clock in the morning. But I tell you what, see if you want a night out without alcohol, go to an A&E. Certainly,
Good laugh, innit?
it's hilarious, by the way. I met so many people, crazy people, but there was police up there, man, Martin people chasing them about, offering them biscuits and all that. Don't know, I never offered us biscuits, but wee woman for Fourth, that was sitting with, man, she was hilarious.
Where's Fourth?
Fourth is up Lanark way, innit? Lovely lady, so she was. But I tell you what, they're like a fag. See next
Do you
time.
do any fag?
Do you know something?
Carol's in there fucking nearly 9 years outside in a fag with a wee bird.
I was tempted, by the way, but I can't believe how many they're smoking their legs off. So they're unbelievable. It's crazy. But see, without the people are hilarious, man. They're so friendly. Without them, man, it would have done. Well, it did them or nothing.
We're not talking about the NHS as in like the nurses and doctors. They're
No,
amazing.
and that's what it is.
No,
they're so
right,
understaffed.
Understaffed.
Aye, that's the whole problem. And one of the unit stops at 9 o'clock for like the minor injuries. Then it just goes on to the one group of doctors.
Is she alright now, Dale? All good?
Aye, I think so. Aye.
I was worried though, mate.
What did she get you for your
She's worth a
birthday?
few bob, by the way, if she does.
Is that good for you?
She is. She's just, I think there's a couple of $100,000 there, by the way. If she pops
Hey,
her
wonder you're in a
clogs.
fag, Anything else that we've got? Any other thing that's annoyed you this week?
Aye, Rangers.
Oh, the hell,
But we'll come on to them.
Holy fuck.
Aye.
Anything else, Cammy?
Alright, that.
How is Queen's Park compared to Dundee?
It's been good. It's a great setup. Great setup.
Lesser Hampden, obviously.
Yeah, we've got Lesser Hampden and they're based at Lock-Inch where they've got kind of setting up their own training.
Lovely down
It's
there,
nice
innit?
up there,
Yeah. So that's brilliant. Honestly, great setup.
Mate, that was where Owen Coyle ruined us at head tennis.
He's and ruined me wee Slanes.
Kept calling you
People
wee
still
Slanes.
call me that.
That's incredible,
Wee
isn't it?
Slanes, that's got to go.
Did you watch him Friday night?
No, I missed it. I was out.
Doing what?
Goal line clearance. Did you see
What
it?
I was doing.
It was a great clip.
But I was gutted because I've tipped you to win it this season. 2021 I got yous. We bet on yous.
A lot of people may be writing us off, but I think we've got a good team. I
Aye.
do think we've got a good.
Can't see he's winning it, mate. I'm sorry.
It'll be a tough league, but I don't know.
Thought Falkirk looked good as well, huh?
They were sharp. They
Do
were
you think
really
they've got a
sharp.
chance?
What about John McGlynn? He's genius, isn't he?
I think the other
See what he was wearing on the side?
What,
That
the
penguin, didn't he?
Cap. What did he get booked for, I know?
I know, he was raising that,
He was
wasn't he?
raising because
Can't imagine, John.
wee bit more respect. Nah, he's not says anything out of turn, isn't he?
No.
I think they'd be the favourites. Looking at them, I like
Falkirk?
Aye,
Do you?
I know
Aye.
they've just come up, but their style of football as well. Good manager, good players have got as well, haven't they? But then
Dom's, by the way,
they're so-
Dom's got
What a
good.
goal that is.
It couldn't be goal of the season.
It was aye,
Brilliant.
That was different gravy.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Aye, brilliant.
I've tipped Airdrie. Beat
Airdrie,
Raith
he
at the
won it?
weekend. Airdrie won it. They've got a striker, Wilson, that's incredible, mate. Signed
you've
him for
spoken about him,
Ireland.
aye.
So quick.
From Ireland. Where did he
Uh-huh.
come? Team.
Sorry, mate.
Team was he at? Do you know on that?
No, I've not got the specifics, but I know he came for Ireland.
I tell you what,
a
the
question
Aberdeen
you
game.
didn't
Did you see in the league? The League Cup section.
They were good, weren't they?
They were brilliant against Aberdeen. So
By
they
the
were-
way, I can't.
Since we're talking about the championship, why don't we just mention Ian Murray being sacked for Raith? That's a strange one after
I think
one
it's
game, innit?
shocking, by the way. And see if you want to sack him at the end of the season for for whatever your decisions is, that's fine. If that's what you do, you don't wait till a game in. Maybe he's brought. I'm not too sure if he's brought players in or whatever. But
Hanlon
one game
Stevenson,
in.
he brought them in, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hanlon and Stevenson,
Why
Top
wait
players,
one game?
It's-
If that's your decision, you think. I know you got them into playoffs, but if that's your
There's
decision as a club, then but no after one game.
Slaney,
season,
something's
no
happened
way.
behind the scenes. That's no a football decision. There's been a disagreement behind the scenes.
I'm with you
But
there.
that'll come out in the next few weeks or whatever.
Do you know what? Because the wee guy Bennett at Rangers, he really riled me up. I would actually start liking to go around and interviewing chairman.
I thought you were going to say make Ian Murray the Rangers chairman there.
No, I would like to start speaking to chairmen to see a lot of stuff that go on in clubs and
Right, what's your first question for the Rangers chairman?
Where
a big-
do you start?
Right, go, what's your-
Why wasn't the material bought in advance
Put in place.
and put in a shipyard somewhere in
Well
place?
done. Now,
Could have put it in the wild thing.
Yeah, you can put it in my wild thing and that's sitting there doing
that's a
fuck all and
shambles,
all.
isn't it?
But
Absolute
no,
shit. You're right.
100%. I brought,
Why even start a job when you've not got the materials in place?
Yeah, 100%.
Beggars belief that.
But that would be only one.
So-
And then there's another few ones I'd go with him. But then again, the Rafe board, I would be straight there the now with my vlog right into the chairman's room, and it would be irate.
You'd be in it.
It would not either. It would get right heated between us. Because I think with chairmans, they kind of go under the radar. And listen, you keep your business sometimes away from stuff, but I really want to get down to business with them to be perfectly honest. Sorry, getting your channel TV interview you.
They're asking you what you want to be asked.
Fucking course it is. I'm going to ask the difficult
So
questions.
put someone out there to the.
Well, I've put it out them chairmen start speaking up, and I'm the man to get the dirt out of these.
This is a new Steely Paul Slade.
Wow.
This is a
That-
different
That's
Paul
that.
Where
Slade.
do you think the dirt will be?
I
So
know.
you get it out
I want no, because I feel I was going to say something really vile there, but I don't want to because I'm really now becoming. I've changed my role a wee bit as you've seen this season.
Yeah.
I'm going to be travelling and scouting a lot of networks and nations and for my football reasons, but this is more down to the business reasons I want to get involved.
Nitty gritty.
Because for
The
example,
nitty gritty.
imagine I'm sitting at that Hibs board after the boys came out what he said last week, remember?
Yeah.
Or they're no listening to us. Imagine me in between them and getting the dirt for either side. Let's wait and see how the new it'll develop.
Do you think you could sort him out? Willie Hockey's the chairman at Queen's Park Man, saying that. Do you think you could sort him out for a meeting with Willie
Can
Hockey?
you sort that out for me?
We'll get that
I'd like
sorted.
to sit with Willie.
What would be your first question for him?
I still need to work on my first question side. Unless something happened to the stadium, I might struggle. But
Icebreaker, you need to be icebreaker.
he's a shrewd, but he's shrewd and very good, I think. And I
Is he?
think he's got-
Is Willie Hockey sure? Is he right?
That's why he's a multi-millionaire.
What makes you think that? The 600 million that he's got.
Aye, and I think that he's got an eye on, which I love for teams. I think he's got an eye on. He's had it for years to get up to the top league and make a difference. To
Bring youth through as well.
Ambitious, bring youth.
You're basically like the Willie Hockey open go, I'd say.
What we do?
They
We do at all.
Talking about the way the world does it, a team that's in a whole lot of trouble, Rangers. I only seen the first half because we were playing Saturday, but genuinely
did.
couldn't believe what I was watching the first 45 minutes.
Just it's a continuation pre-season. So as they've you start to look at the players. See, to me, they just don't look a happy lot. And the reason it's got to be Si as well. There's a few of them that have left. A few of them want to leave. A few of them have been in negotiations with other teams. I'm talking about Tav as well. You know, in
He
that
looked
respect.
miles off it, didn't he?
Yeah, and that's
season
why is his head somewhere else? Is he trying to protect himself in case a move does come to fruition and then he wants to be fit? They just don't look a happy lot. And I watched the Man United game. I was watching, they were bickering with each other, quite a few of them. You know, and that set alarm bells ringing for me. And just watching on Saturday, that's the one thing you need to have right in the dressing room. And if you've got everybody pulling in one direction, you've got a good set of boys, it makes such a difference. I don't think they've got that at the minute. Everybody starts to pick bones about, we need to kind of get the old guard out, get the new ones in. And although we only had the one, Barron, he was the only one that had come in.
He done all right now.
He did very
he
well.
was our best
And I
player.
tell you what, he's a terrific wee football player, the wee fella. But he'll learn with more games is the defensive side of it. Because he's got a hell of a job when you've got two fullbacks that Rangers have got that are found wanting most of the time. So he's got to cover for him, and Davis as well at the back.
Wow.
They look so poor. So I feel a wee bit sorry for Barron and Diamande, but it's a part of the
boys
game.
bathed Barron and Ridvan after the game, didn't they? Gave him a bath and put their trackie back on.
I still think he
Beats you on the
struggles.
seesaw,
You know, it's not that I dislike the boy. I
Ridvan.
don't dislike anybody, but I just think when you've bought
Think you
somebody
get
for
better,
$5
Bill.
million, well look at the Hearts fullbacks.
That
Penrice.
back for Hart.
How good was right back?
Penrice and
Yeah.
Taylor were Boyd Taylor, power,
Holy
pace.
fuck.
He could play a wee bit. So then
What
you start
steal that is.
you start comparing. Right, so I'm looking at the Rangers fullbacks and I'm comparing it to the Hearts fullbacks. I think the Hearts fullbacks are better. It's just my opinion, but you're a fullback, Cammy. I don't know if
But you look at like Tavernier, he's over the years he's been
His numbers.
speak for
Do you know what
themselves.
I'm
I
gonna-
do look at it. I'm
Do you know
probably
I'm going to say in that? And his numbers are amazing. But then see if you look back in the last few years at times when Rangers have lost goals, he's been found wanting. So you can start to
I do
get
agree with
the other
that.
side of it. I
Yeah.
get the other side of it.
like, I probably look at it. I'm more defensively, and that probably is a part of my game that I need to improve. But I look at him and go,
How many assists have you got in your career? 3?
3, I think. If that.
But he looks a pale shadow to himself at the minute. And you looked at the first 20. Did you see his reaction to losing a ball, getting the ball away? It's like the arms got in there.
That's the one thing that
You
you probably
react
try
right. Listen, we all make mistakes, we know that. But your first reaction is get back.
Tell you who I'd be fuming if I was Lacazette. He's actually pictured doing that while Lacazette before the game, then his next 20 minutes are like, can I get moving?
no,
Like,
he'll be fuming.
Lacazette must be fuming. That's meant to fucking get energy, innit?
That was the wild
That's
thing,
the
wasn't
thing, mate. Boys drink Lacazette before the game for energy. That's a myth, innit? Surely.
it? Nah.
Still
can't
get
be
them, mate.
right.
You still get them in the Jaffa cake.
So, what I'm going to say about Clement, right? I understand he's been through a lot, and the circumstances aren't great, but he should still be getting more out of the players, and it should be a better style of football. I couldn't believe how many times they went long. Hearts are actually sitting off them and inviting them to play, mate, and they're hitting diags onto Scott Wright.
It's a great. He's just signed a 4-year deal.
And the thing
Manager,
is,
yeah.
if you're going long, you need runners for the middle of the park, and they've not got that. You know, Lawrence is a good football player, but he's not a dynamic player. He doesn't run beyond. The two wide men as well. I mean, I know you're maybe Scott Wright. He's been probably, one of the better players pre-season, but he's another one that they want to get out the door. So it's a case of, there's a lot of players there that he's forced to play that probably didn't feel they were going to be there or don't want to be there, but needs must. But that's what I'm saying, that's the way it looks. There doesn't seem that kind of togetherness, and that's what, if you've got that behind the scenes, you've got that in the dressing room, you take that onto the park, they just look all over the place.
The positive I think you can look at for a Rangers fan is that starting team, come the end of the window, won't be the starting team. You've obviously got the centre half that will come in, Cherny will play for the right. They need to get 5 or 6 players in to the starting 11. They need to get them in. They know. My issue with it is, and my problem with Clement is, at the end of the season, everybody knew in the country, and I'm going back April last season, you knew they needed a rebuild. Why is it taking now and you're still playing 10 out of 11 for last season? We're not talking about a manager that's just come in the summer.
Somebody did say that I think a lot of the money has went on fixing the stadium problem. Money that was there to be spent on players is now being
So the
used
money's not there.
Well, the previous manager
could be wrong,
had a certain budget we worked with, so he's not got that. He's got to kind of wheel and deal, which I feel for him. But until, if you were to give him same amount of money, would he go out and spend better? Would they have better quality? I think he would.
Who's the story? Who are you talking about?
Talk about the manager.
on.
I think with Beale, I know. So he inherited an absolute mess. It was shambolic. But now in transition, when he's trying to get his own players in, get them in. The thing the Rangers as well, he says we need to be patient. You know, we need to wait till October. You can't do that with Rangers. Know with the following they've got. Know what the fans expect. I think the expectation for the fans is low. I've never seen fans like that. Rangers fans, and I'm speaking as a Rangers fan, that they don't expect much this season. But these guys pay their way. They support them unbelievably. They need better than what they're showing at the minute. So he's got to get a wee bit more out of them. But I just think there's a real lack of quality as well.
Are you surprised he signed a new deal?
I don't know.
I don't understand why he signed a deal.
It's baffling on both sides for me.
Is that to kind of...
Because if he starts bad, they'll sack him, won't they?
Well, but the chairman, he's came out and said we're not doing that anymore.
I don't see when fans start booing after 60 minutes, you will do it.
100%.
I've seen it a million times.
100%.
Doesn't
Fans
matter
are
how
no
long
stupid.
managers' contracts are now, does it?
No, if fans turn,
if
he's
they
gone,
turn, turn, yeah.
So what was he on? Was it had 2 year left?
It was to 27, wasn't he? 2027, so you get another year to 2028.
I don't see the...
So I was quite surprised. Is it a show of unity? Which that's what I'm touching on. I don't think there is that unity within that dressing room. And listen, I might be way off the mark. They might go and let a house and fire in there. I don't know. But what I'm watching on the field, that's what's starting to kind of... alarm bells are ringing for me.
See, I think it was the unity that got them results last year when he first came in. I think it was that togetherness, and they were on it together, and that was getting them results. Because I'm not just saying this now because they're in a bad place. I said it last year as well. They've got no way of playing. See what you're saying? See, if you're working on, if you're going to play the long balls, you work on it from Monday to Friday. When that ball goes long, barring Diamonde, you need to get up close to Dessers. The kicking balls up there, and Diamonde and barring their way back here. But that's not a team that work on things. That's just making it up on the pitch.
And that's the problem as well. Dessers, is that his game? No, really. You know, we're kind of quite confused when it comes to Dessers in terms of what is his best attributes. Listen, he works hard, he gives it his all. But is he that type of player? If you're going to play that style, I don't think so. So he's got to get that centre forward in, or get the types of players. Lawrence for the middle of the park. Lawrence is a good football player.
Good player.
But that doesn't
suit him.
That doesn't suit him.
I actually like Lawrence.
He's a good player.
I like him.
Even behind, like I'm watching it the first 30 minutes, Dessers is away pressing himself, and the closest man comes about 20 yards away.
As if you just made
That's what you work on Monday to Friday. As soon as you see him go, you need to go, you jump and you jump.
And then
And if you don't, you just stay
off.
together, aye.
But there needs to be a direct message, a clear
What
message.
did
You didn't
you-
see it with Rangers.
No, what did you make his comments saying we missed Lundstrom?
Madness, because I thought Barn and Diamondi were probably two of their better players.
I'm thinking this is where I'm getting back to leaders like in the dressing room. I think he was probably one of the leaders in that dressing room. He speaks about Butland being the leader in the dressing room. Golson was probably one of the leaders. So there's somebody that's been out of the dressing room, and I think that's why he's referenced them. And I don't think it's any Davy with Barron,
performance, right.
because they've been the two best players. In
Mere character you're talking about.
that I think that's what he's. But why he came up with his name, I'm sure I'm baffled by that. So there's just a wee bit for him, a wee bit too many kind of excuses creeping in, and that in itself is a worry. But getting the extra year in the contract, I think that's just a sign of the unity that we're all together. But and you've just said it, if you don't get results at the end of the month, if you're trailing Celtic by 4 or 5 points, fans will turn, because through most part over the last number, well, even since I've known news, the Rangers support have put up a hell of a lot, so they have, but patience runs thin sometimes. So
You played them last year, Cammy. Comments Rangers, how were
They're good. They were good.
What were they good at?
Yeah, but I thought they were fast going forward. But as you say, your like style of play, you don't know what they actually have, because like Rangers teams in the past, probably when I was growing up younger, like you had wide players like McCann and all that you know what I mean. I'm just thinking, but I don't know. I go back to like you're speaking about Goldson and Lundstrom. They were the spine of the team last year, and that's just
Did you feel on the pitch they were the main players? Your Goldson, your Lundströms?
especially like Goldson always would have time on the ball. Obviously his presence, but time on the ball, and then Lundstrom would be your one that would go about, break it up, but then bang it forward and they were away. You know what I mean? But they've not got that this year, I don't think.
And they'd maybe more control of the game. Under Clement, it doesn't look as if that's his thing.
Nah.
They don't. That's the thing. They don't seem if they have a lot of.
Why would you not want to have control of the game if you're Rangers?
No, I know.
And you've got better players than Hearts. Why would you want to make it a 50-50 game? Because that's what the first half was, wasn't it?
Aye. But in saying that,
Actually, Hearts the first half. Hearts actually had them penned in for a while.
it's clear to see, Slaney, that there's the quality is not there.
I know you're 100%.
When you're saying that, though, right, I get what you're saying 100%. But do you not think Rangers have got 11 better players than Hearts on that pitch?
No,
Do you not?
I've just referenced the fullbacks. I thought the two Hearts fullbacks were better than the Rangers fullbacks.
On the day, but I mean in terms of general quality, Rangers have not got 11 better players than Hearts.
Would you have? I'm just thinking. Right, I would have rather have Shankland my team than Dessers. I'd probably rather have Shankland.
Good point.
So,
Sander was excellent. Wasn't he?
but that's the two that get the pass marks for me. Is we Barron and Diamondi. That is it. The rest of them, you can argue the point with the Hearts boys. I thought they were. No, there wasn't a lot between them. But if you're looking at it, we just look bang average at the minute, and that's a scary thought. And it's a scary thought because you'll come on to Celtic in a minute, because when you watch how slick they were, how they were at it, they had a style of play, the pace, the quality was there to see. So there's a real lack of quality.
Hearts really good too, now. Hearts look good this year. The new additions, they look they've improved for last year, don't they? Hearts?
Aye,
Excellent.
Who did you? I thought Danda and I like Danda and Mackay playing quite narrow and letting the two fullbacks play
Especially
really
a
high.
full back like that, Si,
Yeah.
absolute machine.
I still didn't like Shankland in the 10. See the chances they get. I think if Shankland's playing 9, he scores one of
Scores
them.
a goal.
Too far away for the goal for me. Eh?
Aye.
See the guy that scores 24 goals. I'm wanting him the closest to the goal.
Aye, but I'm smiling because in that role he did play. I think
No, he done it well. He does do it well. Aye, but I still want him closer to the goal.
How strong
Yeah,
he is as well.
definitely.
Listen, I've said it often enough. I like Shankland. Right, that's that period. I'd have loved to have seen him in a Rangers jersey. It's not going to happen. But there you've just went to Mackay, Danda. Were they better than Cortez?
Probably
Right.
right,
So this is what I'm trying to say. They were not a hell of a lot better, but I think if you're looking at it, they edged them. So that's what you start.
Vargas gave Davis a torrid.
Suitor as well, mate.
Batter Davis.
Especially Davis. So see the time when Clement took him off, he had to get him off at that point. He was all over the gaff, wasn't he?
See the old saying to a speedboat without a driver, it's a wee bit Vargas, innit?
I need to see Mate.
For what I've seen, like he's very quick, but see when he gets in the areas,
The final
decision
ball.
making's
Aye.
nah.
But that's
And
where-
Janelli played that well with Shanklin, didn't he? I think that's when Shanklin was playing really well with Janelli. at
Janelli
pace.
was
Aye.
The one he could have drove across Suter. Remember, first it hit Suter's big head, and it falls to him, and I think he tries to pass it. A natural striker just drives past him and gets a shot away now.
Aye, but that's he paid top.
Played topped off for it.
But they look
But he was
Hearts.
effective,
It
definitely.
was effective.
The
That's what it
recruitment's
was.
been great.
Yeah.
innit?
Hearts,
The recruitment's been brilliant for
good
Hearts.
signings.
Yeah. Tynecastle, one of your favourite
Yeah,
venues.
well, I do love playing there. I actually picked up a few decent results at Tynecastle, but see playing there, brilliant.
Atmosphere's so good.
Brilliant, honestly.
Do you think, would you not be pissed off if you're hitting corners at Tynecastle for a Hearts player? Mate, they gave you like your dick away for the corner flag to hit.
Aye.
It's like one step, mate.
Good, aye. The Dick has to be outed at any cost. There isn't any.
Well, he's divorcing you, innit? We're coming for him now.
I need to go for it
What,
now.
what he's put you through, man.
Complete hell in it all my life. No, but you're right. It's somewhere. It's actually one step in it.
Isn't it? I never realised how close it was to the corner flag, the
You
hoardings.
don't really need much more than that anyway, do you?
Where's the boy Gerard Taylor for?
But the
He's Costa Rican, but what? Do you know what team did he come for?
Costa
Rica. How?
What a find.
Who's finding him in Costa Rica? Me and Easy.
Aye, but whoever
McAvoy,
found
innit?
them different. That's where you look at recruitment. Look at Hearts recruitment. Even Spittle, I thought was brilliant last season. Some of the goals he scored, some of his performances with Motherwell. He's on the bench and he comes on. So they've recruited brilliant. But Taylor, who got him, how they heard or found out, I don't know.
It's an unbelievable signing, innit?
Because it makes you think, you go, right, and this is fate. I know, going back to Rangers, I'm going, how can Rangers not find
Something like
a wee nugget like that?
Can
you know?
Rangers not do? I know we're talking about that stadium, and if that's cost them a lot of money, it's took away if they try. But can they not go about and maybe get loan signing it in with an option to buy at the end of the season? Is that not maybe a model if you're struggling? Because you cannot. There's no way you can start with that team for last season 10 out of 11. You just can't.
They've just signed
Brought someone in.
proper in there. Talking about the experienced captain, isn't it?
Captain, he finished third, 20. So
That, on paper, it looks like a great signing there.
Correct.
And we're hearing reports that your man Cherny for Wolfsburg's a proper player.
Right, so
got the
again,
best ever.
we need to see them the flesh. And then there's a few of them that they've signed, the two younger boys as well. They weren't even on the bench. Why are they not on the bench? You've spent a few bob on them. Get them in, get them involved, give them a taste of it. You know, so that was a wee, I don't know the reasons why. I don't know what was he asked. I turned the telly off as
Did you have enough?
Funny, I did have enough.
Many beers did you need to have to watch it?
I need to have quite a few beers to watch Rangers.
10 Rangers have turned into a 10 pinter. Now you call somebody a 10 pinter?
Aye.
That's what Rangers have turned into.
I think there might be a wee bottle of vino that needs to come into the equation as well when you're watching them. It's tough. I feel for the punters. I do. I really do.
especially start the season, you're going to start the season. You're not
It's-
points
you want to be
already.
excited.
Champions League
Nah.
qualifiers coming this week.
The more I
Who
know.
do you think's looking more forward to the season? Rangers fans or Ian Murray?
Like we say, Celtic fan.
But that,
We need to find out Hearts who went to Costa Rica and found
it's
out.
probably McAvoy.
And Budge.
It's genius. It's on
It's on holidays, isn't it? We Nezzy can't go to Costa Rica. He'd burn out there, wouldn't he?
he would fry out there.
5 minutes of watching the boys got sunstroke.
Fuck yes.
Who is it?
And he's out for the rest of
Who is it in recruitment that left?
Joe Savage.
Joe, big Savage.
Him and his brother Robbie. He's went to work with his brother Robbie,
Big
hasn't he?
Joe. He was not bad.
Imagine amazing. He's full trip round. Can't watch him anywhere.
Right, that's a good. Somebody should find that out.
We need to find
That's your job. That's you. You should.
I'll do that when I go to the chairman's. When I go.
Have
to
you ever
Hearts.
had a player for somewhere like mad that you'd never heard of that came and signed for your team? We had a Namibian, I've told you about him. Victory!
Oh, that guy.
He was a psychopath. Psychopath. Namibia, do you know where that is?
Aye, it's kind of
South Africa. That's it. Mate, and
So
this
you
guy's
my geography lesson there.
Anybody else? You know?
No, I can't think of any.
That just turns up.
Strange countries that just turn up.
No, I'm trying to think. There was a boy Andy Gray that was at Falkirk with us.
And he's Scottish.
So
He's
Sky
Scottish now.
Sports.
No, but no, what I'm saying is he brought somebody in.
Richard Keys as well.
He brought this guy. He brought this guy in.
Imagine
Right.
Cheesy with his boots on.
He brought this guy in. It was just his mate, and he was good. Good
Fair
player.
abroad.
I don't know where he goes.
Andy
Just one of his
Gray,
bros. One of his bros. Just Namibia. It was
Namibia, he was a psycho, mate.
Can I just ask you all about the Champions League qualifier, Rangers v Dino? Who do you think's going to win?
Dynamo.
Did you hear what that Partizan Belgrade manager said? That Dynamo's the 2 legs, they should be playing in top 5 leagues in the country. They're that good.
Who, Dynamo should? The
Who said that?
The Partizan Belgrade manager who Dynamo knocked out.
Right.
The Partizan manager said that they're that good performance that they've been a top 5 league performance.
Well, you've been the pundit you are, and you are now. You said you're going to travel and you're going to be this European guy. Give us a wee rundown on how Dynamo like to play.
When are Rangers playing tomorrow night?
What?
They're in Poland.
This is a guy who wants to go
Poland,
chairman.
it's in
like-
Poland.
Warsaw, so it's
Warsaw and but I was going to say at Ibrox, at Hampden, I don't think they've got an away crowd that can come. I think they're banned for UEFA.
Alright, for travel.
Aye. So that's a good wee bit of knowledge. But on the game itself, listen, I don't know how much.
Did he say what they are good at, Sonny? Seriously?
Well, he just said they'd be playing the top 5. They're like
So you'd imagine they'd be like a proper possession-based team if you gave them that
absolutely, they
much.
scudded them. I think it was
I think they're a young side as well.
Aye, very young.
Aye, got a lot of
and
young
I think the score
energy.
lines, they scudded them both games.
And they'll be technically good, won't they? They'll be technically gifted. That's
But this game's so important because the money you get.
5 million.
and that's what the game. See the game. It's just if Rangers can somehow navigate that and get 5 million, which is much needed. That's what this game's all about. It's not about thinking, they can have runs in Europe. It's about trying to get the money in the door. So that's why it's so important. So they need to try and find a way. But when they've banged in the 9 goals in the last round, you kind of fear a wee bit because that's where Rangers are lacking. Well, Rangers are lacking the other place at the minute, but certainly at the back. So,
But you think you could get them organised enough to get a decent result away from home now?
Well, I think
be hard to beat.
Balogun goes back in.
Aye.
The boy Prop, I don't know, can he
Play 6 centre half.
register? Can he start? Can you register him?
I think so. I
I
think
didn't
the
see
paper,
why
so I
not.
think
So if that's 2 centre halves, so I think make you better already. Sterling, what's the deal with him? Is Sterling fit?
no, but there's another one, isn't it?
Because he's a big player for Rangers, isn't he?
Massive.
When's his injury came with? When he got
seems
injured
to
in the
have a
holiday
lot-
in the summer or something?
He seems to have he's picked up a lot of these injuries, even last season as well at times.
Because Clement came for the sports scientists and the medical side as well, didn't he?
That's all been changed as well. He's changed that behind the scenes.
Has he? Aye.
The medical people, whoever that is,
Andy
doctors
Gray,
or
innit, and
physicists,
Richard
aye.
The team might look, by the way, honestly, football can
I just think
change quickly.
I think the first day of the season is a funny one to gauge you.
Do you?
Yeah, I
Still
do.
part of the window to go and have-
I know they
come
weren't what everyone expected them to be, but
I get what you're saying if it's a brand new manager.
I know. But even at that, I don't know. I just
So there you go. There's a good point, right? There's a question for you. Have you ever had an absolute doing or a terrible performance first day of the season? You've ended up going on and doing well that season. Let's see if your point fits.
Well, on you go, Cammy.
no, we didn't do great.
Salvation Army beat you 8-0 first game of the season.
Aye.
No, we
Never recovered.
Never.
No, beat us the rest of the season, no.
I don't. Well, we didn't do great after that. But like even the football we played, I think we got beat 3-0 or something off Ross County first day of the season, or 2-0. But then we went and actually done all right. I know that's not like a doing, but
Who was the manager? That
McCann. But like
Oh,
the way
Neil
we
McCann.
played, I honestly thought we were really good that year.
But he's never.
But we didn't
never,
kick on as much as we should have, and that's kind of a crappy reflection. But in terms of starting a season bad, then going no. But we've done all right after that.
Yeah.
Well, the one I don't know personally, me, I've never played, but the one where Angelo, the first game, I think it was Hearts away, where he get beat and knocked out the
even
Champions
that.
League, and he get beat against Hearts at Tynecastle,
That's right.
and he still had to get his players in, but it comes back down it again. Is Clement going to get the quality in? So it's you need to wait to the end of the window to see what Rangers are going to be like.
We lost our first 5 games to the Canyons first season. First 5.
There you go.
You
Thought
weren't
he was
playing,
gonna get
man.
sacked. I wasn't playing that so fucking reason. I was desperate for him to get sacked. I was like, surely he'll get sacked after this one.
No way.
Kept, mate, desperate. I was fucking out the door. Because you'll never play a minute for us. Lost the first 5. Came as he's like, okay, tomorrow, that's when you went, tomorrow, fat boy, you play.
Mate, I
That's
couldn't
how
take-
selfish a play you can be as a player.
Oh, 100%,
I know.
100%, mate.
And
See when the
people
other team
that's-
scored, I was
aye.
like, yes.
What a feeling.
Amazing,
Well,
mate.
you're the
best
See
in the
when you've
world,
been involved
innit?
with the other team score, you're like, yeah.
Mate, I don't
fucking
care anybody in the world, when you're not playing and as a player in your position, you're dying for it to be dog shite and you want your own team to get studied.
And every time the guy in your position makes a mistake, you make a point of saying about on the bench, and I fuck it, what about that, man? Pish.
Aye.
Do you think
Amazing.
that's changed? Does that change that a wee bit?
I
Or is
don't
it
know.
still the same?
You
I
must
just
know,
think-
you fucking did.
Nah,
you
do you know what? Yeah, it's hard watching for the side. It is when like you think you should be playing, but I think because like the teams change that much now, eh? It's like even if you play well, you could be.
So the
rotation
rotation's
and
a
that.
lot bigger. Naismith actually said that on the radio. Did you hear him? I think he only once last year he played the same team twice in a row.
Right.
He says that's the way football is now. It's about rotation and playing certain players for certain games. But you would fucking
That's what I'm
hate that
saying.
if
Is there
you're
an
playing,
acceptance for that, the player now? That's it there.
That's hard to take as a player. That's like, see, when if you do well, you think that you should keep the jersey, really, yeah. But it's not the way it works, no. Well, a lot of teams.
I've tipped my cap to Scott, right? Because he's been out the door and he's back. He's
Loves the airport, doesn't he?
Didn't he? It's unbelievable. But he still goes out and he puts
He's got a garage full of duty free, mate.
But maybe, right, so maybe that's it. You're talking about maybe the quality, we're looking for better quality, but that's why I tip my cap to him, because he's still prepared to go and put his shell out there.
But you're getting paid 10 grand a week to put yourself out there.
Aye, but some boys, by the way, it doesn't matter where you're getting 10 grand, sometimes boys spit the dummy.
Well, here's one.
And they chuck it.
Have you played against him directly?
I played well.
Played him at Dundee.
And then
He got
against
relegated that year, I watched this.
No, he was good. Like,
Was he, mate?
But he wasn't.
Scott,
When he come from Aberdeen, he was good. But you seen that he had like more to learn and all that. 'Cause he was still young when he came.
Yeah. No, I think he's a good player.
And I've played against him.
at Rangers level.
Aye.
I have played against him, and maybe it's different if we are maybe 2 or 3 down. But he was good on the ball. He was sharp. But that's just my opinion.
I like him
It's
as
a
an
different
impact
level
player.
playing with Celtic Rangers though, innit?
No, of course it is.
I've
yeah.
seen many
the amount of
players
times
aye.
you're getting on the ball and that, and then if you're getting more time to run it, boys. But
Yeah.
I thought
Who's the best winger you played against SPFL? I've seen Jota give you the fucking
Jota gave us
Canadian barn dance one day. I remember
dance
at certain dens.
Was he horrendous?
Well,
like,
first half, I was thinking, by the way, I've done alright against him here. Came in at half time, he'd scored 2 in 10 minutes. I was eating the grass and that.
I didn't know if it was Pancake Tuesday or Sheffield Wednesday. But,
anybody else, any other wingers you're like, oh, I don't want to play against him again, or
Nah, I'm
he's
just
birthed in that pit for the entrance. She terrorised you.
no? Do you think any other ones?
Nah, there'll have definitely been wingers I've had.
What about
like,
Kent? Ryan Kent? Just keep my mind. Just
Nah, I didn't play that. He came across my side. Who was the guy that was? He didn't stay for long. Left winger, kind of had the baldy head.
For Rangers?
Yeah. Started with, was it a G?
Gordon Jury?
No, not Gordon Jury.
I try to find a ball.
I'm trying to
Left winger, bald head.
He had like a skinhead. He was on my side, and he
Vladimir Weiss? Was that?
No,
No, that's
no,
way
I
back.
was-
Sorry.
He came on, what is it, sorry?
was playing left mid. I thought he wasn't great, but
Right. What,
He
Lowry
didn't
done
stay
alright
at
again.
Rangers.
Did Lowry not have a wee spell against you last year?
Lowry
He was good.
for the first.
There's another one, Alex Lowry. Can he
Is he
not
even
get a
in
wee
the-
shot
No,
in that?
because he's listen. He's had a few opportunities during pre-season, and he didn't take it. See, young boys, you've got to see that opportunity.
no,
When you get it,
definitely.
you have got to take it. You have got to grasp
Yeah,
it.
he gave it.
And the Birmingham game was very telling.
Was it?
Because he was poor. I like him in terms of his technical ability, but you need more than that.
Of course, definitely.
More than that.
He gave us a tough time.
Was it that game?
I recovered it.
Hey, actually, you did bring it back. It was a spell. It was a 5-10 minute spell, mate. It
that
was
was- yeah.
waltzers for you.
Yeah, but that happens. As a
happens, mate, of course
fullback,
it does.
it's actually.
Cammy, just a wee quick one before we move on here. Who's been your hardest team you've played against? Like,
See, it's probably a toss-up between Brendan Rodgers' first Celtic team
right?
or Ange's team.
What's the
when-
difference in the two teams?
Well, like, see, even wee things like with Postecoglou's team when the ball goes out behind, so you're thinking, right, I'll get a cut.
mate,
And he's straight on, Joe Hart would be away with the ball, and it was just they were coming at you again. Whereas I think.
You've had that feeling. Can't do
Yeah, but then
Back to the ball, I can't fucking do. Oh, mate, that feeling's horrendous, isn't it? You ever played
By
against
the
him,
way,
like
Rodgers
Just
was
can't-
like that. You know, see
get a
Rodgers
breath at all,
in Sunday. Rodgers was the ball went out.
Yeah, 2-0.
Aye.
It was
He
at
was screaming
2-0.
at the ball boy.
And he was screaming on the pitch
So
to the
maybe-
players with free kicks as well.
Aye,
Get
quick.
them done quick.
Aye.
Postecoglou's team were like that, whereas Rodgers' team, you'd think, we're doing all right here. And then they just go bang, bang through.
So see, against Ange's team, would you say you were in a 1v1 situation more than you were against a Rodgers team? Because it was always kind of getting
Yeah.
the wide player 1v1, wasn't
Probably,
it?
yeah. Definitely. Like
So
my
it's just you're constantly defending 1v1?
Yeah.
It's tough,
And especially like when you go in Celtic Park, you feel like you're on your own. There's no one helping you. By the time everyone gets across, you're like, oh no. But
Is that
You're
a
desperate
choice?
for your mum's sub jacket, aren't you?
desperate.
You're desperate to be taken off me. But do you know what else? You're 1v1 with the winger, mate. Number 8's running into that fucking.
And the fullback's right there for him. It's like, fuck, you actually do think at times I've got 2 or 3
That's
extra
interesting.
players.
He's saying there because you sometimes wonder when your teammates say, "Oh, just leave him.
Fuck
I'm
him."
not going out there. I'm not going to get exposed out there."
hate
You
them.
sometimes,
100%.
you sometimes wonder that.
I'm
Is
leaving
that-
him. Leaving him.
Aye,
Sink or swim,
I know.
man.
As you're right, I know, but it's when they drive in the space. Who the fuck takes them? You know what I mean?
Aye, who
Centre
runs
half
that?
goes in the striker. People, they're all over the place.
I had that with Dyla's team against Celtic once we were playing them at Celtic Park. We got beat
Was that
6-0.
Armstrong? Was it?
See, for the full game, I was like, couldn't breathe,
Tight
mate.
chest.
It's fucking horrendous, isn't it? It's horrible. Dundee United with Armstrong was like that as well. Stuart
You
Armstrong used
said
to
that, you
take
couldn't
off,
get
mate.
near him.
What about Cammy's life? He's having his first kid soon.
Oh,
Are you?
yeah, good for you.
Same
mate.
for you.
And you've got her doing flickons.
No, that's just something else.
And you reckon
I didn't make a cut with that one.
Suppose it changed your life.
Yeah, that's what everyone's
Suppose
Oh,
you
it does.
can-
Oh,
for the,
it's
for, the,
massive.
for the good, for the best.
Innit?
For the
Can do-
best.
They can do you're not in and off at times. Of course it is. No a plain sailing. They sometimes do you're not in, but aye, it's got its benefits and all. He's looking at me.
Mine's at a bad stage just now. He's just starting, and I think he's starting puberty, mate. I know it's well here to talk about football, but fuck me, man.
That is a tough age.
You've got it all coming. Oh,
Not looking forward to it, mate.
You were a wee prick at that age, I remember
Oh,
back
wee
in the
prick.
day, weren't you? I used to see when even in school, not with teachers, try to be a wee idol. See now looking back and thinking back at yourself, oh, what a wee arsehole you were.
I still gone to school
why not?
second year. I know.
you?
Aye.
How come? What did you do instead?
I went up training. I went up training and all that.
12-year-old.
What, yourself?
Aye.
Just went
I
up
went
the
up,
park?
aye. It was a nature trail up a place called Little Leonard.
That's what he calls the bit between his pubes and his belly button. The nature trail.
Aye, I used to go training and all that. So I did.
Did you? And what-
I just went in for.
Would your man Dan not go mad at you?
Well, that's where I have the chat with my man now about that. I can't believe you let me off with that. You should be doing it with like a ton of brick, but no.
But it worked.
Well,
You played for Rangers, huh?
Sometimes
but
not for everybody.
but
mate.
no.
Remember the first time you ever got caught dogging in school? Oh my God, mate, the fear when your man knew that you'd been caught dogging, sitting in somebody's house.
Brilliant. I used to go to pictures.
Did you, huh?
That's when I used to dog it, aye. Me and my brother used to go and dog it
You and
in
your brother got the pictures of you?
Cineworld,
That's
aye.
no weird.
Watch Jason Bourne.
What's your romance, innit? You'd ever dog you wouldn't have done
Nah,
school.
I must admit I didn't. I was
Yeah.
made. I was one of them. Even if I was ill, Mum
still-
was like, you're still going to school. I'm
Just sit there, subs jacket on. Would you still get?
like, honestly, it didn't matter if I was like spewing all night. She'd be like, "You're going to school."
You
You got your qualifications and all that, or you?
I've got a couple of hires.
Have you got higher?
Well, no, they're no great. I got an A and 2 C's.
Fucking
But
right.
it's
Good for
left
you,
in
isn't
5th year and then
What was that in?
PE, English, geography.
Brilliant.
Not bad, man.
See, I was like that with my boys.
Wee man.
Not bad, man.
See, because I was like that, my boys weren't going to build at me. Oh, they were at school, they've got their
Oh,
qualifications.
they're smart, you know.
They are smart boys,
Aye,
aye.
the boys are really smart.
Aye,
Yeah.
well,
Quick maths question since you've got your hires,
no,
alright?
I don't have
no,
maths.
ready?
I
Between you
definitely
two,
don't
right?
have
Ready?
Fire it
Right.
goes.
On the spot, first one, answer 8 times 7.
56.
Wow. Stick your degree.
Stick your degree.
Machine.
One more, ready? 8 times 4.
32.
Too slow.
Obsessed with the
Like,
1% Club. Do you watch that?
The 1% Club.
Oh, it's amazing, mate.
it's too hard.
It's
That.
amazing. Right, he was at the Celtic game Saturday, Sunday, sorry, how was it?
Brilliant day, brilliant actually. See like fireworks.
In with the normal
display.
fans, or did you sit in the players' lounge with your Rolex on?
No, I was in with the normal fans. Oh no, us.
Oh, he's called them normal fans.
No, I just I bought my ticket.
Good for you.
Game was Celtic were absolutely brilliant. Just followed on for what you've seen in pre-season. People saying pre-season it is, but how sharp they were. Their movement, everything was kind of labelled them at last season. At times it was slow, it was pedestrian, no a lot of movement. My God, they blew that Kelly out the water. They were absolutely. Hitati was incredible. My God,
He's so good.
it was everywhere, absolutely everywhere. But of course, like, and it's not just he's run about anywhere. But left, out, right, the structure was excellent. Kyogo's movement. See
How
that-
good is Kyogo?
See when see the one where he peels off the centre half.
It's amazing.
A couple of yards, and then he's the greatest first-time pass in the world. When it comes to him, just switches the play. Celtic were absolutely brilliant. And people say Kilmarnock obviously were in Europe a few days before. I know they travelled, but St Mirren were also playing. I know they were at home,
Yeah.
so it's a wee bit different. And Kilmarnock travelled, but they get a 3-0 win. St Mirren, Celtic were outstanding.
I know you're talking about the intensity, but it's the forward runs that are happening all the time.
Hitati
And O'Reilly in this space.
McGregor just sits, they join in and then they go beyond all the time.
They're so sharp.
Quality.
See the quality
The
of one touch,
midfield,
two
the
touch
midfield,
play.
midfield.
Brilliant, yeah.
They were
Top draw.
unstoppable.
Any tweaks or anything you'd like to have seen a bit better, or was
No for that game. Certainly no for that game. But again, I just wouldn't. I've seen the hard thing is I would like O'Reilly and I'm scared at the moment with what happens with they two. I would like that to get done sooner rather than later, which other way, because you don't want to leave it late to the window. And if one goes, then you're struggling to get that replacement.
What's O'Reilly got in his contract? What's he left?
Do you know? O'Reilly.
You'd think they would be going and saying to him, right, we'll give you another year and we'll up your wages to keep him.
Do you not think it just makes sense to sell him? Nah, Jake.
No, if you want to keep it, if you want to do something in Europe, you need to keep him. Because Andy Hattati, that midfield,
I could be wrong, right? O'Reilly doesn't seem the type that would get pissed off if he didn't give him his move.
He's got that kind of demeanour, isn't he?
Because you had Atletico Madrid last year. Never really affected
again. It's happening again now. I think Rodgers came out, didn't he, and said there's been bids, but they're kind of almost embarrassing. He said it's happened too long in Scottish football that players are going for money, like a bad fee, let's say well below what it should be because of the league they're playing in. That's what the team are saying it, but you should be signing what the player is. So I think they're looking for a lot of money.
Here's one for you, right? Is take off whether you're a Celtic or a Rangers fan, right? If you're at Celtic or Rangers and Atalanta and Southampton want you, are you desperate to go to the two?
Atalanta, maybe just won a Europa League and they're in Serie A.
I get that, but
and they're in the Champions League as well.
The club.
So Celtic in the Champions League too?
No, but I'm sorry, they are in the Champions League, but that league you're playing at a much higher standard league every week.
I know, I get that. It's Atalanta, mate, innit? Do you know what I mean? What did they get? I could be making arse myself. What did Atalanta get their games every week?
But again, it's
what history has Atalanta got?
The other thing.
No, I don't. But as a player,
I agree with you on that.
I think I'd rather play for Celtic and Rangers than Atalanta.
I get the history, but when if you're a player and you're playing. See, you're playing, I'm not trying to slag you the league at all, but if you're playing, say, a Motherwell 4 times or Ross County, but if you're there and you're playing AC Milan.
Oh, but you're also playing teams like Sassuolo now as well, isn't it? Like, it's also
miles above.
Lifestyle. Maybe he wants that lifestyle. He looks that type of guy that would suit him.
I know, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't be desperate to go with Jews. Even Southampton, no way.
To go the thing is, if you want to look at it the other way, if you want to win things, you would stay put. Celtic.
Like the Atletico Madrid thing last year, I'm saying no brainer. You're fucking going in a minute, innit?
Massive club.
He's so desperate to go.
If you want to win some silverware, it looks like his best bet, innit? You know, maybe that lifestyle, or whatever. I don't know. Has he got a partner or whatever?
He was a creepy partner in the players' lounge.
Partner, all right.
He never sat with the normal fans that day, did you, man?
Didn't leave my seat that day for 1 minute. I couldn't.
Just sat and stared. I've never seen a minute of the game.
What?
Just sat and stared at him.
Taste, top notch.
Aye. Oh, let's not go back to that. No way. What was I going to say there?
Yeah, so you're at Queen's Park, an amazing season with Queen's Park, putting you on the spot here. You've been unbelievable, right? That good. Celtic, Rangers have came in for you, Atalanta have came in for you, Southampton have came in for you. Who are you going to? On the same money?
Celtic.
Wow. There's a Rangers fan hitting you straight away on that. Well done.
Straight away.
You're getting abused by him, innit? He's going to be throwing things at the
How much the news of Timmy looks like to me that. But I mean, 100%, if I'm like a neutral, I'm going Celtic and Rangers over there.
Right now, it's Celtic, yeah.
I get what you're meaning, but see also like... so like Van Dijk goes to Southampton and then
goes to Liverpool.
Wanyama went to Southampton, goes to Spurs. I don't know if these top clubs will sign you straight for a Celtic or a... Do you know what I mean? So maybe they think going to there might get me...
But then Tierney goes to Arsenal, didn't he? I think if you're good enough and he goes and does it in the Champions League and Atletico Madrid came in for them.
A fucking brilliant point for you, which I didn't need just as I was in top there. No, but you're listen...
There's agreements both ways, isn't there?
But what I do agree with you there is playing at 60,000 in the Champions League, you're playing against Rangers, or you're going to a team maybe, say Southampton, who are in a dogfight all year. Sometimes I don't see sense in that.
He's better than that.
I think he's better than that. I think Rodgers came and said that, didn't he? I've spoken to him, he got a higher level of club.
Well, I'm just he's far better.
Right, one player who might not be coming to Celtic, Adam Ida. He's full on fucked it off at Norwich, isn't he?
He's been a bit to get away.
See, when you're a player and you had a player that done that, you thought he was a hero, didn't you?
Go on.
Turning up late for pre-season, kicking balls away, you are a hero, because I would never have it in me to do that.
Aye.
Remember I told Lewis to do it? I was like, you need to tell Lewis to start acting like that sort of Aberdeen, remember?
Aye.
He was like, no, he would never do that.
Nah.
I'm telling you, this sort of thing does get you a move for. Managers
yeah,
can't be bothered telling you about the place, can they?
and the club don't want you anywhere near it when you're acting like that. The only problem is who's he going to go to, Ida? Is it because I think he wants to go to Celtic, but you said Serie A clubs were looking at him, did you last week?
That's a couple of Serie A clubs, eh? Again, have you ever had a player that's done that?
Fucked it off.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure we'll have.
Dundee.
Yeah, I'm sure there would be.
Trying to think who would have done it when we were
There would
there.
have been someone.
Uh-huh. Phil Roberts. mate.
Phil Roberts,
Genius.
there you go. Yeah.
We had a guy, Phil Roberts. Where did we sign off for Falkirk?
Was he not down at Arsenal in that?
He was Arsenal as a kid, Falkirk, but like, if he got talked on after the game, he's like, nah, no running, no fucking doing it.
I've never seen. He's the least
He was just
bothered
desperate
guy.
to get away, but he was he was but seeing the dress me like, mate, you are amazing, man. That's incredible. You've got the balls to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it takes
You ever had
balls,
anyone?
you know.
I'm trying to think.
Petrov, I remember Petrov towards the end at Celtic.
Did he?
Uh-huh.
Because they can get you in at night, you know. They can get you in.
Mate, they can't see the boys that they can't had bombed. He'd get them in 7 days, mate. He'd get them in the gym at like 5 o'clock.
Aye.
You need to be in the gym at 5 o'clock on a Sunday.
Aye.
That's
Sunday
what you do,
morning,
yeah.
Sunday night.
A Sunday night.
Imagine your Sunday night,
Aye.
but because he knows that's the
I
time
saw
you want to sit
players
down with your family. He'd get them in 5 o'clock Sunday.
Happened with Graham Roberts. Graham Roberts getting that for Soonest. He was in training Sunday nights and all that.
Himself.
Monday night, aye, and his cell. Somebody just turned up and just ran the
5
track.
o'clock on a Sunday.
Aye.
Where do you storm it? Do you think players should do it?
I think you should.
You
I'm gonna
don't
make
do
him
it
for that.
at your breach of contract, you don't get paid.
Tomo got it at Hibs. You tell you, Kevin Thompson, Maurice Malpass. They were desperate to get him out at Hibs, and Maurice Malpass would just take Tom out in the afternoon, get a ball in his hand and just boot it, and Tomo had to chase it, come back, pass it back,
that's
get the ball in his
horrendous.
hand and kick it again.
That's horrendous.
Aye. But that's what used
But
to happen.
that's the thing,
Don't
the
think
clubs
it
would do it
happens
back
now.
to you, innit? Like,
no,
see if they
of
wanted you to do it, they would treat you the same, wouldn't they?
Aye.
Have you ever seen anyone there?
No, I'm trying to think. There's somebody has to tap him up, but I can't think it. It might come back to me though.
Uh-huh. So what did Graham Roberts just get on with it and David
Done it.
Souness
Aye.
pro? And did he
Aye.
eventually get his...
Aye, I bottled it, but because I got told I was going to be playing with the reserves, no playing with the reserves, sitting on the bench with the reserves for a full season, and I just went, nah, I want to play, because you train, you want to play. So in Hearts,
is that
I
when you
wanted
went to Hearts?
that's when I went. That's
So what was the reason
I
that he
kept
said
saying
this
to him,
to you?
no, I kept saying to shit. He'd been like that. Have you been through to speak to them? And I just felt, I said, no, I'm not going. I said, I'm happy here. I've got about another 2 year in my contract.
On more money than what Hearts were offering you?
No, Hearts were very good to me. Hearts were brilliant. So they were. Wallace Mercer, he was different gravy. So he was. But at the end of the day, I wasn't really. You believe us or not, it wasn't about money. At that time. I just wanted to play football. I was gutted that I wasn't going to be playing with Rangers, but I didn't want to be travelling out of the country, sitting on the bench. And Soonest would have done that to me because I'd watched what he'd done to Roberts. Somebody else as well. He'd done it with. They had them in. Oh,
It's ruthless that for managers.
aye, don't get.
You had whenever he had another year at his contract at Dundee, you were in a similar situation, or you basically got told you wouldn't be playing.
It was tough, eh? That's the first time it's really properly happened. But you feel like, I don't know, I felt like I didn't have much decision really to make. I just say, like, I don't think I would have played as much. I could have kept working and doing what I thought was right. But it
All
wasn't
it takes is to
changing.
be injured or something, mate.
I know, but I just want to go and play and make sure that I can not prove people wrong, but I think everyone just says that, oh, Dundee. You know what I mean? So try and go and do it somewhere else and see where it takes us, eh?
Yeah, good for you, mate. So, but you still got to pay up.
Yeah. wasn't it?
So you're not that good to the club.
Do you know who was excellent? Greg Taylor was excellent yesterday.
Was he?
He was so. From a sort of a tactical point of view, Greg Taylor was coming in
Yes.
into that midfield, but Johnson wasn't.
I would say Taylor's more comfortable doing
Aye,
that.
100%. Aye, but and Greg Taylor was again all the pitch. Must be so hard for like.
But that's funny, mate, because see the Celtic B team, the left back came in there as well when we played them, and the right back never. So I don't know if that's a tactic or it is just because of the personnel that's in there.
And by him doing that so much, they were leaving 1v1 out there all the time, and it wasn't always just the wide player. Sometimes it was it was out there O'Reilly drifting out. So sometimes
How was Kuhn, Paul?
he was good.
Is
He was good. I still think you've yet to see the best of him, but he's looking like a good signing.
And how long do they wait with Ida until you go and try and get another target? Because obviously they've only got Keogh got to play up front, haven't they?
Well, he has said if he wants free play signings, didn't he? So he could still be looking at somebody, but I don't know what the deal is. You need to go and get another striker as soon as possible.
Rumours of Shankland, by the way, did you hear that?
Aye, I've heard that as well. Aye, maybe with the Rangers' interest, he could just come in and scupper that. Tell you what, he'd
Is
fit into
that? Is that?
I had a
legit?
rumour that Shank could
scored
Celtic.
so many goals, I think.
Do you think he would score a lot of goals
Oh,
at Celtic?
fucking, you kidding?
Uh-huh.
Aye. Easy.
Do you think that's a player that Rodgers would look at? He does like the more established players, doesn't he? I don't think he's not as keen on the younger kind of players that are maybe not tried, whereas he likes the tried and tested, doesn't he? Do you like Shankland to Celtic?
See that play
Aye.
yesterday? See all run about the box, that wee give and goes, like
good at that,
play. He would thrive in that.
Especially when you're playing-
Because that's his type of game. So as all the wee give and goes run about the box and just a wee half a yard and hit, he'd score a ton of goals.
He'd score $1 million a season.
I just says a ton, you says $1 million. He's a good
One player that Paul said wouldn't have signed for Celtic was Bernardo.
No,
He
I
said he didn't want him there
in taking that
this year.
context, no way. I just said wasn't overly sure just because I hadn't played in the last sort of 10 games of the season, the big important games. But what did Celtic get for? Was it free run about?
Yeah.
You've got to sign it.
Business. That kind of loan to buys worked out well for them, innit?
100%. Happened with Jota, happened with Vickers.
Where's he fit in? If he was,
No, I think
because he's not played enough games, hasn't he? No.
Nah, but he'll be one of if Atati or O'Reilly ever comes out, it'll be him that goes in, won't it?
So that should be insurance policy.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that.
The squad is looking strong, but I was just looking at it yesterday. I'm thinking, where do Celtic? Because see, for Europe, where does Celtic strengthen? So if you're the now going to buy players, where are you looking?
Centre forward.
But no, he's not
starting over Kyogo.
No start. I think Kyogo's your starter, but you
Centre-half, innit, right?
You
He's a left
definitely need. You definitely need another striker.
Definitely need a left centre back. Skills has done well, but he needs a left centre back.
Centre half.
Top.
You know,
Again, you need
I
that.
feel that Skills is one of the boys just because of how he's come through and all that. That he's always one of the ones that you think I would replace him.
I think.
Anytime I watch it, and the reason I'm
You
saying
think he's on the same level as Carter Vickers?
No, Carter Vickers is a better player, but what I'm saying is he's played really well. Anytime
I definitely agree.
I watch him.
But I'm
then
saying
watch
he do
it-
well in Europe, and you could get one
but
at the same level as Carter Vickers.
But what I'm saying is sometimes it's just the easy target, isn't it? So it's the same with Taylor and all. It's always good.
I would like a left back, and again, Taylor would be with a starting left back because he's
But in
outstanding
Europe-
for competition.
In Europe, the top end of the part's so important. So if Kyogo was to get a wee niggling injury, you need another top player to come in there to do a bit of damage at the higher level. That's the top end. That's where you need to spend the quality of the money on.
Did you play against Bernardo last year? He was good against Dundee, wasn't he?
I think he's a good player. I think he's really good.
What did you like about him?
I just think his energy in that. I watched it. I can't remember. I think it was the Old Firm game. I watched him. I thought he was brilliant. Was it at Parkhead? I think Christmas time, was it?
Yeah.
He had, at that time, he had a great run at that. Had a great run at that.
I thought.
He's about 6'2". He's about 6
But he's
foot.
got-
He's a 6
he can
footer,
run
he can
and
run.
Does he?
I think he's good.
He got a couple of great goals and assists last year as well now.
I'm sure he set up the goal, even though Butland has to save it in the cup final. I'm sure Bernardo set up. Could be.
No, I think you're right.
I think
I think you're right on the breakaway.
I think Butland should save it, but I think there certainly was an assist there for him. Which is it? Listen, it's a clever signing with Celtic. But I was just sitting there thinking at the game yesterday, I'm thinking, where do you strengthen with the team? And I think it is. I mean, the left centre half, but
Another winger maybe. I don't know if Palmer's up to that. Like you say, if Maida or Kuhn comes out as.
but then you've got Maida,
You
James,
got Forrest.
Was
But
it Billion he
for-
got yesterday, wasn't it? The ankle.
Mikey
He was great.
Mikey
James, he went down.
Mikey Johnson's another one. He had a brilliant spell with West Brom. Will they be looking to sell him on, or has he done?
Somebody's saying maybe a swap for part of the Ida deal.
Uh-huh.
But he
Makes
didn't want to move
sense.
to Norwich, mate. It's fucking miles away. Do you know what I mean? I'd be thinking, nah, I'm not going to Norwich. Did you know?
I don't know.
Are they
Look,
championship?
where is it? Doing
Carrow Road, that yellow strip, no for me.
Canaries.
Right, you did call it. You said Hibs. No,
Yeah.
you never said no, a great appointment, but you wouldn't have put that in there.
Strong belief I had.
And I also think if you are going to be a young manager, it's so important. First job in, you need to get off to a good start. I think you said it as well. Probably couldn't have get a worse start. The fact that St Mirren played away on Thursday night as well, and you're going to get beat 3-0.
Aye, that's a worry.
Terrible
Innit?
start,
Oh, it's a worry. And he's brought in what, 2 centre backs as well. I believe
They two had a shock. Two
I know,
shockers, mate.
and it was like
I know, I'm talking the halves, but they were-
I'm just seeing the highlights, and you just see them. The reaction to when St Mirren break on them. It's like slow motion.
Slugs
So
on
there.
crutches.
Aye, so if that's, but by the way, you're judged in who you bring in, and he's brought in the 2, and listen, they've got after.
But then again, it's this thing is David Gray picking the 2 players. I wouldn't have thought so.
Who's in the
Well,
recruitment?
Malky's went up there now, is he not doing all that?
Is that who? Aye, so that's right. So I was just thinking that there. Recruitment. So he was a centre back himself. I think he would know a centre back. But on that evidence yesterday, Christ, they
They should just give Gaz O'Connor the job, shouldn't they?
I mean,
If they're going to go this way with an ex-player, just go full out and get it to Gaz, man. Go part-time, couple of nights a week.
Hibs fans will be close to having not gone crazy. Too much of this, and I think they've been unhappy for a while, but it's now bordering on this. How many years is this happening?
Since Jack Ross really left.
They made a bloomer there.
I think he was.
They've never really recovered.
Do you think no matter who you put in place with it, like what's going on above them, the manager, it's always going to be difficult for Hibs?
Aye, a day. I mean, you're getting a week before the season, you hit that nonsense last week where the guys coming out and saying they're not listening to us.
Well, I didn't see that.
But they look soft as well, Hibs. It looks like St Mirren bullied
They had a
them,
few
didn't it?
chances, I know, but didn't
Fenty misses one, but
What did I tell you, mate? You can't kick the ball hard.
he referenced that.
See if you can kick the ball hard, mate. He kicks that ball in the net. He's fucking.
that goes 1-0 up.
Benny, he's fit, turns into a bit of shit when he goes to kick the ball, mate. He's 2 yards out. Just put your foot through it.
A bit floppy.
He fucking floats it up and somebody headers it a line. I mean, come on.
That's
900 grand, mate. Fucking score.
that's 1-0 as well.
1-0, mate.
No, they had a number of chances, but just
Mirren look good, didn't
it's
they?
always been their problem, isn't it? Well, last season, wasn't it? But you bring in the two centre backs, they're still way off it, man. That's a worry. They could be doing.
St Mirren are
I mean,
good,
a
didn't they,
club
boys?
the size of Hibs, doing fighting relegation. It looks like that.
One of the wee guys
I
who
know
got the ball in the corner, Rooney just bullies him 3 passes later.
you don't want to have a knee-jerk reaction. Of course, it's the first game of the season, but on that evidence, early weekend, what you've watched, what you watched the highlights, but they're going to struggle.
Again, like you're watching one of the goals, right? And the ball, like I said, Rooney takes the ball for Hibs in St Mirren's right back area. Ball gets played in. One centre back's jumping up and one centre back dropping deep. Like,
Nah.
then
Nah.
is that not worked on?
Well, evidently, no. Innit? Have you watched that? That's what I'm saying, which is a real worry. But listen, it's I always, when that appointment was made, and we're not having a go at the guy, obviously he's a terrific coach and all that. I just think with a job like Hibs, you need a bit of experience. Guys that have been there, done it.
St Mirren were, means how bad Hibs were. St Mirren are looking great again, aren't they?
Recruited well again.
Recruited again.
He's definitely one that picks his own players, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
think-
the exact same type every time.
What's the boy you got for Shrewsbury? The one that scored the opener.
Great goal.
Innit? Innit? The run forward, innit? Breaking forward, a wee bit of quality. He picked it, innit? So that's again, it's down to recruitment. That's what we were talking earlier about the boy Taylor at Hearts. There's another one. You know, it looks as if he's going to.
Even Rooney as well. Like,
Aye.
surely Hibs are paying more than St Mirren, surely.
But then they have got Chris Cadd in there and the boy Lewis Mill in it, so it may be not an area that they need, but I get what you're saying.
Ah, you're spot on.
But see, the thing is,
example.
like, see, St Mirren, they can buy players because St Mirren have actually got an identity.
Yeah.
So you can fit players to play in that system. Whereas, see, when you've no identity, you just end up taking anyone, mate.
Everybody.
Anyone that you think is a good player, you just end up taking them.
He's
That
so
never
organised,
works.
isn't he? They're so fit,
they're
so
so
organised.
organised,
And he's got that wee bit of the pace and the power up top.
I've got a
isn't he?
strong
With the-
physical team.
isn't he?
And it's hard,
Aye,
Cammy, with the hard to play against.
Yeah, all the time.
They
Even
look at, aye.
going a few, I know it's different managers, etc. But even Curtis Main and that when they were there.
I think he was Robinson,
Maybe under
Uh-huh.
Mark O'Hara. You know what I mean, captain. I think they're a good solid team, eh? But I don't know, like, when you say about all that recruitment stuff, I think that all affects on the pitch, eh? All upstairs stuff, eh? Yeah, just like, I don't know.
Does it drip into the dressing room?
I think
I'm
it must
interested
though,
in
like
that.
if you've just got, they're making the decisions and then being told to, you know what I mean, the coaches are then being told to put the players on the pitch.
See, I do agree, I do disagree, right? But for me, everything comes down to your manager.
But that's what I mean.
I've been in situations when the club's been in turmoil, but see if you got the right manager in place, none of that matters, mate. In my experience, like, again, you go back to only manager who had an identity that fucking coached us. You were drilled every day. Nothing else mattered, mate.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on the board,
But then if the
didn't
recruitment's
matter.
rang and how you want to play, if the recruitment's rang and they're throwing players onto you, that it's no aligned to how you.
But then that's when your manager wouldn't accept that, mate.
Aye.
Everything in the football clubs for me is a manager, mate. What you see on the pitch comes from the manager.
Aye.
I should be that, yeah. That's what I think.
You
I
can tell
agree.
that with Dale McInnes at Kelly, tell that with
Exactly.
Robbo at St Mirren. You can see that it's their signings.
Aye. You're right, people look at that as old-fashioned. Why? But it's got to be, he's got to have the decision on the player, because he just says it. It's you're picking them, you're putting them out there. it's all on you at the end of the day, isn't it?
Goes on you.
Results driven business. So now they've recruited well. I like Robinson. I'll even
Maybe top 6 again.
Aye. Oh God, aye. And I love the way you talk about the organisation. They prepare for going down to playing with 10 men and all that, and he works on that, and just wee things, innit? Because I can't remember once in the time that I played, did I ever work on playing with 10 men?
I know.
No, it was just happened. You just went into a 4-4-1, innit? Maybe it's at the time, innit?
Strikers running, fucking running his arse off across the back. Keep running.
But
We're sitting and you're running across.
But then they work on it, and he spoke about that, which is different class. I think Roger's done it, I know, didn't he? Was it a couple of seasons?
That's what Rangers came in at Edward, didn't it? Right, we need to move on. You were at...
Right.
This man's been out about watching loads of Scottish football.
On the game itself,
How was the pie just before you get in the game?
beautiful.
Was it nice?
I went for the mince. Usually
Why did you go for mince?
I don't know actually. The steak was an option, but I turned my back on that and all, and just went for it. The mince was beautiful. But on the game itself, that was mince. The game was it was pretty boring. But again, I'll not judge these two teams, because watching the game itself, it looks like these two teams might struggle, but you look at both teams, Dundee and Murray away for Ross County, and Spittal and Bear away for Murray. So two massive players with these clubs who majority of their goals came for last season. The one thing I would say about looking at Motherwell, with Andy and Miller in there, two who were really good on the ball, but when they were receiving it, because they play that 5 at the back, the wing backs weren't getting high enough, so when they were getting it, there wasn't a lot of options for them. That being said, first half Motherwell got to score 2 glaring sitters, got to score. Game can change then, and I know overall wasn't the greatest of games. I don't know if I'd like to see Miller actually playing as
You a bit higher?
No,
Sitter?
as your sitter. I think
To go and get the ball and...
just dictate. He looks a player, technically looks beautiful to walk on the ball technically, so I would like to maybe see him getting the ball off the back 3 or 5, whatever you want to call it, and he could be, just to drop him in there and see him playing there. But still, again, it's hard to judge, you know.
What are you saying, Motherwell, Ross County, two teams that could struggle?
Aye, they're always going to be, been realistic, ain't you? You look at the other side, we're talking about St Mirren, spoke about Hearts, Hibs are in a wee bit of trouble. We need to wait till later on and see how Aberdeen go on. He looks a right good laugh, the manager, doesn't he?
Aberdeen? Oh.
For the headlines they called him,
He's going to break into a smile, something.
No, he got voted the most boring man in Sweden, didn't he?
Was he? I looks it.
Was he that? Excuse me,
So he
was he busy?
No, he was bang on with us.
Just kept laughing with you,
Have you met him?
Laughing and joking the full time. He's like, I'm kidding all these fuckers on. The line can't burn.
I'm interested in watching Aberdeen and see how they play, innit?
I'm looking forward to it tonight. Obviously, it's a Monday that we're
recording, aye.
There was a lot of booze, wasn't there, at the end of the game? I was listening to it on the...
I was looking for you, I wasn't sure if you were walking, so I was walking.
No, I was listening in. I was out the back garden listening in. Where were you? So you were sitting, I kind of know where you were sitting then.
It was just right underneath where all the media sit.
Right. You should have got into the weekend of media, but
I wouldn't mind doing that, by the way.
You should have
Commentating a game.
No, really? Don't you even go there.
You offered them one, didn't
the Hamilton Accies one.
I let myself down badly.
Soapy bubble.
Let myself down badly with that one. I would like to do that. I would like to. Definitely, a wee option there for me.
Right, Dundee Derby. What?
Amazing.
I enjoyed that.
Again, Dundee are a great watch. Josh, I only seen the highlights today, but Josh Windass texted me from England saying what a game this is.
That's the man to break it down.
Come on in, Cammy, let's hear it. You only watched the highlights.
Only seen the highlight. We were training
Dundee's
yesterday.
back on. Dundee's not watching them now because
No.
left her. Dundee fan not watching the kids on his massive
We were training. We were training.
What's the Derby?
We were training.
What time are you training at?
Normal time, so I would...
So you'd be finished?
Finished by that time?
No.
I don't know how you
Bear in
say
mind,
this.
I'm
Can I look
driving
at
from
you?
Glasgow.
Right.
No.
If it was me, I'd have went to a bar in Glasgow and watched it and then went up the road.
Aye, definitely.
Nah.
That's what you...
That's a shocker, isn't it?
You should hand your testimonial money back.
What a game of football.
I tell you what,
No, I did. I watched the highlights, but
he's recruited well, hasn't he? Good one. Again.
Oh really? I don't know about Goodwin since he said last week that they never made any signings.
No, I didn't say that. It was free. It was a lot of free transfers. I think I did get that wrong. I think they have paid a bit for some of them. But my God, you're bang on the money. Their signings were
See the first goal?
Well,
See the first goal?
Three of them included.
1 and 2 touch, wasn't it? It was different class. They had a wee bit more bite about them, I thought, United, in the first half. All the wee kind of jewels in the middle of the park, they were first.
Sybil's good at that.
They were breaking on them. So they were, but when you've got guys, when you introduce wee Tiffany, I mean, I love wee Tiffany.
Same.
And he needed to do something. I just thought they were getting out-fought. They just had a wee bit more bite about them. But even when they score and then they equalise as quickly as that, you know, it's just a brilliant game, isn't it? And the VAR as well. It's a definite penalty.
Well, it's a penalty I had.
Isn't it? Every
Murray,
day.
that's where Murray's so good. I see getting down the side of people.
I didn't think he had a great first. I thought he was off it a wee bit. But he's always there and thereabouts, isn't he? So he is. But in McCown, in the middle of the park.
What a player. And the captain's armband suits him, doesn't it?
Didn't it? Aye. Sometimes people kind of shy away for that. They get into a kind of, they curl up and hide a wee bit. He likes that. His penalty.
Brilliant. One thing I will say, surprised that Simon Murray never took the penalty.
I thought
He wasn't let
but look, he stepped up and he put it away, especially to put it down the middle like he did.
Aye.
How good was McCowan? Obviously, you've trained him.
He's a good player, like really good player. Technically, like it reminds me of Greg Stewart, the way he kind of plays with his left foot.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's a different player. Like,
Yeah, much fitter.
yeah. Managers kind of put him in that centre mid, but he's
You said he was better than Charlie Adams off camera to me.
no, I don't know what.
Could he play?
No, he definitely. He's a good player. He is a really good player.
Because I watched him at, off and
love
off
him,
with Ayr United, and he was always a standout. And there somebody takes a wee chance on him, Dundee. Aye, I think he can. I sometimes think we're too quick to. I'm talking about even like kind of the top six in our league. We kind of bypass him. We just think. I mean, look at wee boy Cameron and all. Tiffany for a while as well. I mean, I raved about him when I was watching him with Thistle. I mean, he gets bums off the seat. He makes things happen. Good side, but they were out fought a wee bit in the first.
Who were the better team?
In the first half, Dundee United. But because he'd a wee, I don't know, he'd a wee bit more bite about them.
I thought yours, hang on, the signings were brilliant.
Didn't they?
Were they?
Oh,
So it's this guy that scored some name in it.
Trapanovsky, Van der Sande and
Van der Sar?
no,
Van der Sande?
Van der Sande and boy Babunski for Barcelona, trained with Messi. Javi Iniesta came out and said that in his interview. He looked very good. He tries a wee chip for 20 yards and nearly goes in.
And young
Beautiful.
Thompson.
Well, actually, you all want to talk about the foreign guys. I was going to concentrate on the homegrown Scottish boy.
I know.
The first name on the list, Dale Boy, first on the list, Miller Thompson,
good,
outstanding.
What's he good at?
Well, I'll tell you what he is excellent at. He scores his goal, takes it brilliantly, and then but there's one out right wing where he's so positive out right wing where he goes by the player. A lot of players in that position cut back and pass it back. Takes on his guy right and fires a ball right, very positive, brilliant for the young player. I love watching him.
Is he on a bonus for scoring a goal? Do you see celebration?
He was
doing about cash. Love that.
he was excellent, that young boy.
20, there's no
Do you know him?
Well, I spoke to like Winker and that from Montrose. They said he was brilliant when he was there.
That's right.
You went on loan to Montrose for a wee bit, but said his attitude.
See that loan system at work?
His attitude brilliant. I
love the boy wants to go and play games.
Yeah.
Get first team football under his belt, and then just shows you in it. That's done him a world of good. Pace, direct, isn't it?
Because I was shocked at there was no Tony Watt wasn't in the squad.
Oh, I didn't know.
Middleton didn't start. Docherty, I think, was injured. Who was
Docherty would play every time, didn't he? He loves Docherty.
He said that in his
interview. So when I looked at that for the start, and you're thinking they could struggle, but as we've already just touched on, the other signings came in and done really well.
Ruthless figure, didn't it?
But Tony Watt, Goodwin said he just didn't make the squad with the injury, so that tells me that he's maybe looking to get him out. Or somebody else, because if you're not making the squad in the first game of the season, then it's worrying, isn't it?
Right, here's a question for you. This will tell you how much he knows about Dundee as well, right? You've had a shocker with the no watching the Dundee game.
I was it training.
Miller Thompson, right? What other Thompson's the most famous Thompson in Dundee?
DC.
Well done, Cammy. No, get that now.
What's DC?
Journalist. Call yourself a journalist.
Who's DC Thompson?
Actually makes a career in the
Makes all the newspapers up there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about football.
Well, that was a trick
Do you
question.
a newspaper thing? Fuck me.
I thought you were a journalist, mate.
I'm getting into that.
Best memories, Dundee Derbies. Never won.
No,
you did Hef, remember?
The Hef, I didn't play that game. I played my derby was a 2-1 win. That was the one that, to be fair, Jazz done his knee.
Oh, so he did?
Yeah, but that was my debut.
Who scored for, was that Greg?
Kano and then Nick Ross, remember?
Nick Ross, that's right. Great guy, Nick Ross.
Yeah, good guy. And then I've captained them when beat them in the League Cup, but they were the league below. But that was good. When back two, he scored that goal off the bar.
You were a captain, right?
Yeah, and Gowser scored the winner. And
Gowser was on the pitch and you were a captain?
Yeah, that's when I was vice captain. Yeah, when I was meant to be Daz O'Day, but he didn't play that night. I think he was injured.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it was good.
Oh,
Lost
the
a
couple of bad ones. Remember the we signed the German goalie for a 2-week contract. But holy fuck, man.
Big shank.
Shank! How bad was he that day,
Yeah.
mate? Was it 6-2? Tannadice?
6-2, yeah.
Oh, that was a bad day.
Still the 2-6-2.
Do you know what? United actually killed us. We had a great start to that season. We finished top 6 that season, but
yeah.
we hadn't lost a game and they came to Dens and battered us, remember?
Was it 4-0?
4-0. That was when
I was on the
Mackay,
bench that day, I remember that.
Armstrong, Sifsey.
They were a good
They were a good
team.
team, man. They were a good
They
team.
were a brilliant team. We'd
Underestimated,
The
probably.
Dundee Derbies are always really exciting, aren't they?
Always goals. Remember the one Jazz scored the last minute?
Done that, didn't they?
2-2 when we're 2-0 up, and then Bainey got sent off, I think. They scored last minute equaliser. Billy Mackay. So loads of goals in them.
That walk across the Dens to Tannadice, see that? That's how they get to the
I
game.
love it. I think that's iconic, by the way.
Good, isn't it?
Honestly, I think it was iconic, and the atmosphere as well. I didn't realise how the atmosphere was as good as it.
It's good.
And I've watched
it's a good game to play.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Honestly, absolutely loved it. That was refreshing, that game of football yesterday. It really was.
They're a good. Well, Dundee were a good. What I said that last week. Dundee are
They
good.
need to worry a bit
That are
defensively, though.
I'd like to see more teams trying to play like Dundee. I know it's easy to say that, but like he's pulled guys through for the youth system and Lyle, signed boys for United, and look how they can play. Boys can play, mate.
Of course.
I'd like to see more teams trying to play that way, that style of football.
Aye. Is that what they did? Did they walk out? They
walk for Dens to Tannadice. You get fucking abused, mate. Well, I got abused. You walk
People
through
hanging
Dens
out
to-
their window and that.
People hanging out with
Do you get people up?
There was
Slotting?
a few people as you walked out.
Gowser would get it, wouldn't he? Gowser would get it.
Would he?
Gowser had his tag. I think Gowser just had his tag put on, didn't he?
I think Gowser would give him a bit back.
He gave it back. Start barking at them and that, wouldn't he?
after the game, same after
There's
the
a
game.
lot.
I'm just
Same, mate. Just walk
up,
out.
man.
Got
Friendly,
back in.
anything though.
No, but so is there a lot of hatred in that?
No, but it's good. It's good. It's all good fun, mate. You're playing Luke McKeown. You and Kev are playing Luke McKeown on the Arras.
Coming out this week, absolute cracker. Make sure you subscribe and watch it because it is an absolute belter of a show, and you'll be surprised who hits the doubles in the end.
So he's hey.
I'm not getting too much away. I'm not getting too much away. I've actually developed arthritis.
Could we get into Queen's Park to play that dance? Just play dance. Got
I
a
like to
dartboard?
take
They know.
Cammy and Dom on.
And Tom that'd be a good watch. Are you terrible?
Terrible. Is there anything good in it? Plays the darts, mate, in it?
There's misses.
There'll be a few.
I'd love to take Dom on, to be honest.
That'd
He's
be a good
average
watch.
selling. He's
What a goal he scored the other night.
I deserves it. I so I like him.
Alright, just to ask you a bit on Cammy Kerr.
So I've been genuinely so excited to Cammy comes on to talk about this team that you've played in. And
Right.
we are going to get, because there's been so many stories for that team, and but before that, Big Dunk, he played that last season. How was he, mate?
Brilliant.
Was he, mate?
Genuinely one of the.
So you were on loan, weren't you, there
Went on
last
loan
season?
since from end of January to obviously the end of the season. Didn't end great, but the gaffer was first class.
Was he?
Honestly, one of the nicest guys I've met. Would do anything for you. Like, I mean, genuinely just a nice guy. Some of the stuff he'd come away was brilliant. See going out for a game, you'd be
What would you just say?
just the way he'd come round everyone before the game and shake their hand, but when he shook your hand, he looked you right in the eye, proper. And then his speeches were brilliant. Like,
Give us an example.
no,
of
like
speech, come
he still had a wee like. Don't know
Twang.
about his Merseyside twang in him, but he'd like, come on lads, we'll put them to the sword today, we can do it, all that stuff. But it's just good, they get shot for it. I love all that stuff.
on. You'd buy
But
it
like,
all that,
the way he took us boxing one day.
So he didn't
He took his boxing?
Took us boxing, right? So we went there. It was an afternoon after session. This was when I first went, and we went in, and the boy was a bit serious, like straight in,
What, the guy taking it like?
bottles down in a circle straight away. We were going, fuck. Well, I mean, I thought this was just the
lighten up.
yeah. And he went, this is my partner who does it with me, and this is my it was like his wee nephew or something. Both unbeaten, 11 fights, blah blah blah. He says, so look lads, he says, we don't want this to go out with the kind of the parameters of the gym. And he went to the gaffer, he went, you hear that, big man? And the gaffer went, yeah, I heard that. He says, I'm retired now, son, but I was unbeaten as well. He loved it. He absolutely loved it, yeah.
And did Big Dunk put the gloves on?
Nah, he just sat back and watched.
Watch
but
this.
just loved the way he was like, yeah, I'm retired, but I was unbeaten as well.
I'd love to see it.
What do you think happened then with Inverness then last season?
I don't know, I just... Some were actually really good, and we're just...
Does he play?
all about
Aye,
playing.
he played.
Aye, he's a bit
All
playing,
about
mate.
playing.
Yep.
Nah.
I know it's straight just because of how his type of player went in. He was so good at balls coming up to him, and I know that's totally different. But He loves playing
all
it.
about playing like wee boxes, wee possession. Keep possession.
Was he?
Yeah.
How was Carragher's son?
He's a good player. He's still young. I think he had a problem with his knee before he came, but he was a good player. Good player. And then Jamie obviously came up and watched a few games.
Oh, did you meet him?
Yeah, I met him. He was
Great guy,
up
isn't
at a few
He's done a
games.
shite in his house.
No,
Oh, yeah.
it was him. He was at his
We interviewed him in his house and he went to the toilet for fucking 25
I
minutes.
remember he was doing that actually. What?
See Duncan, I know you're saying that a great guy and all that, but see at half time or full time, could they?
He'd never go mental.
What?
See, we perceive him to be an absolute
I like that. I actually
don't
like
we?
him
And
as
you
he does,
respect that. There you go.
He was, and it was like he'd say the things. Again, I know the results didn't go the way, but he'd say the right things that I thought like. Trying to be a coach, I'd go, you know what, I actually agree with that. He'd try and sort the problem.
So there'd be information like it wouldn't just be
Wouldn't
random.
just come in, well, that's not good enough, or he'd like I don't know. He says like one thing that he said about the strikers sit one in front of the other, so they have to go round you instead of just getting through you easy. Just wee things.
But look who he's worked under, Cat.
I know,
Whatever.
and I
So
think
that's
that,
going to have an influence on you, isn't it?
Ancelotti gave him the old text every so often.
There you go.
And would he tell you that?
He said Ancelotti's just wished us all the best and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not to the group.
Did you see the text?
But like he'd
Imagine he never texted when he made it up. Changed his mates. Changed it.
to give us a text in 10 minutes.
Did they join in?
Did
Training or anything?
Nah, but the odd ball would come out from shooting and he'd
Smash it.
smash
Did
it. Still had the.
Think you'll turn it around? Think you'll do alright?
I hope so. Yeah, I just worry because like they've not obviously the financial stuff that's come out and all that, but I really hope they can turn it around because there's a lot of good people up there.
Where did you first meet him? Was it a phone call meet?
He phoned me, just out.
Were you shouting yourself when he phoned you?
yeah. Back at 10 at night, I was like, obviously I've been told I wouldn't get as many games as I'd like. Just a WhatsApp call. Hello Cammy, it's Duncan Ferguson here. I said so. I can't remember what I said, but I said something ridiculous like that was just like, why did you say that?
What, like it's a dream to talk to us?
No, it was just something like it was like I got mixed words. Hi, sorry, like 3 times, just something shocking. I was like, what a stinking start that. But you know what it's like when somebody phones you out the blue and you don't know them.
Especially him as
I know, and you're a bit
tough, yeah.
You buying his book?
if it comes out. Yeah,
Blue Steel?
You'll need to come on here and promote it, and try and get one here.
He'd honestly, yeah, I think like I would.
He'd be a
but
good
he'd
buy.
brilliant.
Yes,
He's in
he'd be
the
good.
Do you, have you got his number?
I do. He done.
Go text him now.
I'm not. I can't text him now. But he done a video for. So one of the boys I take in my team that I coach had a cardiac arrest on the pitch. Big Rangers fan. He was, a really tough time it, and I asked him to send a video, and he sent a great wee video for him. And
That's brilliant.
Yeah, touch of class.
Stuff like that.
Do you know what Ferguson means? The meaning of
You've
Ferguson?
told me this before.
Son of an angry man.
Wow, that is right, isn't it? With
But you're
It's
not
weird.
angry, man.
No,
you've got an angry
I
side
think
to you,
I'm
but-
quite chilled. But
He was
you
so.
can tell.
He wasn't.
If
like
anything
that.
should be the face that is Barry, innit? Barry's boy.
aye, son of an angry man.
Definitely.
So aye, that's the meaning of that. I get
That's
told
mad,
that.
that.
I
But he
get
was
told
so.
that.
He was never.
That's brilliant what you say about him, because you just imagine him coming in and turning into
Nah,
and all that.
he was passionate, but he was
magic.
never.
I'd have liked him a leather Sunday, so.
Aye,
I know what you mean.
because
Yeah.
He'd have liked him like a
Aye.
You're not going to say it.
Imagine he's coming. Did anybody ever answer him back? Never.
Never.
Never, never.
Never.
mate, you're
Just
never.
to stay near each other, Dundee.
Where are you from?
No, I'm ferry way.
Oh, no, he's
Say I'm posh.
mate.
Are you
Right,
posh?
Well,
Well,
I'm Barnhill, which is basically the ferry. So,
and what about where is it besides?
where are you, Charleston?
Minneshill.
Minneshill.
What's that? Is that?
What's that?
It's alright, it's just the other end there.
Chill.
It's all right, is it?
No, the other end though. Like, that's
I'm
opposite.
right when you first come into Dundee.
All right.
Take Glasgow.
Okay.
So you're a scheme boy?
Well, compared to him, fucking
Aye.
definitely.
I'm getting classed as a
I'm like
posh
that.
boy, but
So that is posh.
that's alright.
So when did you first start going to Dundee? Was it ball boy?
When I was at Dundee,
No, when you first started going as a fan, were you a ball boy?
no, but I got to be ball boy once or twice. But I started going when I was.
Is that why you used to kick the ball in the stand all the time? Because you used to be a ball boy? And you wanted them to get
Go get the
fucking...
ball back?
So when did you sign full time? 15?
16, yeah,
16.
right through the school. So, and then that was it from there at Dundee.
And then we love this, don't we? When you're making your debut, mate, how do you find out you're making your debut and who's it under?
Well, my debut was a subbie against Livy, and it was
Subbie
with Bomber.
against Livy?
A subbie against Livy, but it was Bomber that was the manager, and he went, right, go and
Was
get
it?
warmed up.
That's
Big John?
Yeah, brilliant.
Fucking
yeah,
crazy man.
yeah.
Isn't it?
And I think he actually got Kyle Benedictus or something. He said, go and fucking go out with him and keep him calm. Because I would have just been like pure. Just
So what, he sent you to warm up and he
No,
sent something
he sent Kyle out. He went, go and fucking keep him calm or something like that.
Were you shite yourself?
Aye. I was just like doing the runs at the side like that, like getting faster and faster. And I think he must have thought, he'll tire himself out here, bring him, whistled us around, and then just came on. Done it last 10 minutes, but that was his last game, I think.
Was all your
So
family?
you got me sacked?
No, actually, it wasn't.
Was all your family there?
Yeah, and my mates were there, but they didn't mean to be there. They just went to the game that day, and then
You come on.
I came on, yeah.
What was it like when you first started training with the first team? Who was in the first team?
So it was like Rab Douglas, Matty Lockwood, Gary Irvine, Gavry.
I'll get you. Gavry, so you all love Gavry. So
Gov was brilliant. Like one of the best captains. Just model pro. Just brilliant, yeah.
What about Rab Douglas's boys?
Oh,
Incredible, isn't it? You need to see these.
I used to have to put the washing up as
Fucking
well.
cute.
And I just used to just be.
Boulders.
Oh,
The big boulders, aye.
Boulders, mate. Honestly, you worked on a building site, innit?
Look at your face, your
I
eyes
actually
lighting
thought
up.
you were meaning, aye.
Incredible. And then we all coming.
Right, let's
That was a
get,
great
what's the
dressing
best
room,
stories of that? Because who's all the characters in this dressing room here? You've got
The
yourself-
number one character was Gowser, innit?
You've got
Probably,
Gowser, you've got you, you've got Kevin Thompson, O'Day. I need stories for this era.
I've never told this story on here, or I had to be. So Paul McGowan, you remember? We were pals since we were young. So I moved into Scott Fox, and remember the goalie Scott Fox?
Aye.
I moved in with his dad because I hated my dig, so I moved in with Scott Fox and his family.
Right. I thought
Right,
you
so
said
we
you
wake
just
up-
moved in with his dad.
No, we wake up.
Worrying. Just moved in with you and your
We wake up on Monday morning, right, and Scott Fox's dad comes through the room. He's like, just hearing last night that your man Gowser was fighting up the pub last night, and we were like, no, he went fighting me, his dad. But the police came and Gowser ended up doing a runner,
Right.
and they've no caught. But the police are looking for him in Airdrie.
Right.
So we're like, should we pick him up? And Fox is like, we'll just drive by and see if he's fucking, because he's meant to be in for training. So we drive by his house, police everywhere. Start end his street, we get into his, I go out, start champing his door, ringing his doorbell, and they answer. Next thing my phone bleeps, gets a text, just drive on mate, I'm hiding in my mum's cabin. He's hiding in his ma's see the blue bin? He's hiding. Been there all night. Just drive on mate, I'm hiding in my ma's blue bin.
She went and took the bin out.
That was That was in with Celtic. We went in and told Lenny made him tell it in front of everybody. What a guy he is, isn't he, Cammy?
Amazing. Honestly, he's one of the best guys I've met. Like, he's different, like, away from it at times, but like the stories and the laughs we used to have, like, you can't actually probably.
What, they try to set you on fire? didn't they?
He set me on fire one day. And it was to the
I
point
get
where
that.
it was like,
I totally get that.
it was verging on like, he actually did almost set me on fire. Like, bad. Deodorant can. Almost.
Did they, aye?
I think it backfired and went on him a wee bit. But
Tell the one about the pee.
oh, the pee was so. We were along at lunch, and it was actually the assistant Graham Gartland used to get the polystyrene cups with apple juice at lunch. He went, take that back because had to do piss tests for the doc, and he went, fill that up and ding it on Gowser. I thought, right, okay.
What, with apple juice?
Apple juice. So I've filled it up with apple juice, and I've told everyone. The worst bit, I think, I told everyone in the dressing room I was doing it. So Daz and all that were up on the thingy, the
Video on
changing room. But I had waited till Gowser went in the toilet to take his piss, and as he's come out, I went, oh, what do you do with this? Put it all over him, and Gowser just went, fuck you, bang. Well, his real piss right all over my face. But the change rooms went, and then realised what's happened, and they just totally just. So I actually had piss all over my face washing it.
He's so funny, mate.
Where
You
is
know
he
him,
the
don't
minute?
you?
Where is he?
He's just saying, he's going to come on. I messaged him last night, he was going to come on.
You got to bring him in the blue
He's
bin.
definitely going to come on in a blue bin,
That
mate.
should be
aye.
the end.
The full podcast in the bin would be amazing.
Mate, honestly, see every end of the month when you get paid, right, and your pay slip used to get put on your locker, I used to just stare at him, right, because he had a missus that he just split up with, so he was getting child. He'd get his pay slip, right, he was always saying a laugh and a joke. You go, oh, you get in the dress and he'd see his pay slip and he'd go like that. He'd open up and go, fuck's sake, man! He'd on the phone at the CS. Was it the CS? The Chelsea supporter. He's on, the fucking 70% of my wage have been taken up. Off he
Aye, bro.
What a guy,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, but I'll tell you what, I think, what a football player he was.
Oh, he was incredible.
Wasn't he, mate?
I always say he's one that's lost to Scottish football, mate. See if they put him in a team with an identity and a style that was about possession-based football, he'd been a superstar.
Technically brilliant.
Every day in training though, as well. I thought every day he was like so harsh on us, like on me every day.
I was the same, mate. Aye.
I thank him like so much for being that way.
I always think if you could deal with that, then you can deal with.
I know, but he's
50,000 fans telling
he
you
has
that's right.
made me that way, and like not that I get on at people all the time, but you expect standards of people, and he definitely was the one that put that in me. Definitely. I look back and think, well, it was
Benedictus is a character. Do you know him, Kyle Benedictus?
Good play. Watched him often enough.
So
I
was he
don't
in
know
this
him
dressing
much.
room as well, were you, Raw?
Aye, Benny, he was trying to get, you see that time where people are trying to get out, Benny was just trying to get out that time that I came, but what a laugh he is, isn't it?
Yeah. Mental.
He was like,
So who's the manager now?
Paul Hartley.
Paul Hartley.
who else was in that? Greg Stewart, great boy.
Greg Stewart,
Pate, James McPake.
Kano.
James McPake, Kevin Thompson, how good was Kevin Thompson?
That's some team, isn't it?
Finished top 6 that year, mate.
Aye, so he's dead.
Paul McGinn, Gazor,
Paul McGinn, guys.
Willie Dyer.
Willie Dyer, great guy. That beat the heat, and the cars there and back were incredible, mate. Beat the heat the full way there. Get to training, you were absolutely fucked.
See that dressing room, as much as it's I laugh at, is it hard in training that though, with the pressure and?
Yeah, because it was actually like you had a wee mix of everyone. Like there was Greg Stewart came from Cowdenbeath, but straight away he was like
incredible,
honestly. And I'm obviously just a young lad, just trying to. I don't know. I always say this, like my game was just probably still is just like energy and getting about and like trying to make it hard for these boys. But the quality of them, some of them was brilliant. It was a good, really good group.
It was a good standard. Training was good standard up there, mate.
Was it?
I think as well, when I was a young lad at Dundee, like Barry Smith, Rab Geddes, they were like on everything. Like I mean, like jobs, standards on the pitch, respect, the first team.
Brilliant that, innit?
The other young boys all still clean boots when I went up there, which I really liked.
Brilliant.
Who's
the manager at that time?
Well, it was Barry, and then it was Barry Smith, and then John Brown. Like we played a 20s game at Montrose and got beat 2-0 off Inverness, and Bomber had us back at Dens cleaning the balls because there was a disgrace. He was like, that's not the standard at Dundee.
Love that.
But it helped. You went away, it sounds so like, but like I went home and like suddenly like, you start keeping your room tidy, you do everything right. He was like nailed on everything. Bomber and Barry were just unbelievable for that.
What's the maddest you ever seen Bomber go? Because he could be a nutcase, can't he?
His last game was pretty.
Was that with Rab Douglas?
No, I didn't. I was cleaning Rab's boots. I was the only young lad that didn't see them.
What happened in his last game, man? What happened in his last game?
It was just a game. I think he had a go at Gaz Irvin for one of the goals, saying they shouldn't have been doing something in the gym.
Oh, he said that Gaz was doing something the day before in the gym,
doing something in the gym, but then everything just got
lodged.
Oh, pizzas. I think the teapot took a hit off the physio bit, but I loved him. He's probably one of the best I've had.
Is he? John Brown?
Just the learning in terms of what he gave you and honesty and straight down the line.
If you gave him everything, that's what you get back. He was a winner. He just won at all costs. Didn't matter. And it's funny how you say it. It's like standards. That's what he did at Ibrox at Rangers, and that's what. It's all about standards and people driving you on, getting the right mix of the experienced boys. Because they take training.
Yeah,
basically.
I didn't know the influence he had till he left, and the changing room was like. Paul picked it back up, to be fair. He came in and Paul Hartley, but I didn't know. I was Jim McAllister and that, you know.
Jim,
and John Brown himself was a top football player. I mean, he's just known as an absolute maniac, he's a hard player. He was much more than that. He was a terrific player and knows the game inside out. He does. But
he was a gentleman as well. Like
that's how we just talk about Big Dunk.
Yeah, they all have the same kind of things about them. And you take that with you.
We were, you were good young boys, man. There was a good kind of connection with the first team and the young boys, wasn't there?
I've actually
we would bring you in, remember?
Found a video on my phone of us doing Gowser with the bucket.
What did you do?
Well, we had the whole bucket, like the old, like used to put the towels in it, but we just filled up with water, and we got Calvin, Colquhoun and Skelly at the time.
So we did. I still speak to the boys as well, Skelly.
Gowser, are you coming down for a game of Heady Tees? Yeah, you see him having a... And then me and Whitey are just there with a whole bucket.
Where is he?
All over him, drowned him. But all the boys were out buzzing with it.
Remember I done Bona, me and Barra with the bet we could eat 10 yogurts before the first time with the first team deal. He'd been told, it was like 15 minutes before training, I was like, we'll give you 20 quid ahead of... They were on peanuts, the boys. We'll give you 20 quid ahead if you can eat the 10 yogurts in fucking 2 minutes, mate. I've never seen a boy eat yogurts like this, mate. Goes out the trees. That's it. Was there another wee boy Brody we used to get him in and come and tell stories about him and his bird as well,
Him
wasn't
and
it?
his bird, and it was a good group.
It was they were good times, man. I was just a fat wee bastard at that time.
You didn't enjoy that period.
No, it was a hard
playing, didn't you know?
Wee Barry man.
Wee scuffle you called us in it. That was a hard year for me. But like Tomo and Kevin Thompson, fucking joy to watch.
Was seeing just out of this world.
Brilliant, wasn't he?
Yeah. What was the Derby? He was brilliant. That was his best.
He just injured too much, wasn't he?
He was coming to that time in his career where
he put his shell about, but didn't he? He was
tough. Kevin Thompson went
tough boy.
great on the ball, but he was also had that sort of nasty streak to him as well, in the right way.
Neil McCann, you love, he's been his manager.
I actually think he's
now on Sky Sports, isn't he? As a
doing
co-commentator.
everything. He's brilliant. No, Neil McCann was he
brilliant.
Was he manager?
He's one of the best coaches I've had.
Was he, mate?
Yeah.
He was obsessed with playing it through the back and that, wasn't he?
It was again, the way we played, we just, I think at the time we didn't have an out and out goal scorer.
That's right.
We had
Big boy Musa
at the time. He just wasn't cut out for it, I don't think. But the coaching and the detail was that's when I started really, I think, thinking about the
game,
coaching, and I was going, I couldn't believe some of the things he'd come out. It's simple, but then if he moves here, you take your touch and you roll it at this pace, and he can do that. You need to be here. You need to be able to play it to his chest, because it was Musa at the time. Well, he was good at that. Yeah. But you've got to be on the half. You can't be on. It was.
See, this is what I'm saying, right? I wonder if managers now are doing that. Cause when I used to watch Neil McCann's team, you could tell that they'd.
That's what I mean. We had a way of playing. Yeah.
Do you think he's as good as he is in the media? Do you think he's wasted? I think he should be back into.
Yeah. Whether he wants to do that, I don't know. But
he could go mad as well, couldn't he?
Was it? Because he's scary.
He could be scary.
Yeah. Would they be? Could they go be hard on you, mate?
Done it to me, yeah.
Did he?
What for?
I don't know. It wasn't anything I'd done. He'd asked me to do something before a game. It was against Ross County, I think. I remember it again. And he'd got the tactics board up on where the toilet is in Dens, so it was glued on that. And I'd done exactly I think it was something like every time you get the ball, play it to Glenn Kamara or something like that. So every time I'd done it, probably took it literally, and he came in at half time and he had the tactic, but he had the pen in his hand. When I told you to do this, I wanted you to be here, but he starts stabbing the board. And the pen's bursting, and I'm just like that. And then he goes, do you and then he just is like, Evan, do you get me? And I was like, yeah. But he burst the pen on the tactics board by just going.
But see, when you mentioned that, like how certain managers could come into certain players' life at a certain time that helps them. Like, see, Glenn Kamara, do you put him in any other system? He wouldn't have stood it the way he stood it.
I know.
At Dundee. That's what ends up getting him his move to fucking Rangers.
He was. Even the way that
it was total playing out, wasn't it?
But he had it to the point.
Glenn Kamara's there as well.
It was, yeah. We had Glenn Kamara, we had Gowser, Scotty Allen, Mark O'Hara.
Was Cummins there?
No, that was before him. Then we had Jack Henry, Daz O'Day, Holty, Bainey, Rory Deakin, who was a good winger.
Yeah.
Back to
who was the best player you played at Dundee? Who gave you the five best you've played?
That's what I mean. I probably said loads of different. Charlie Adam, Glenn, Greg Stewart, Stephen Cocker.
Cocker?
Yeah. And do you know what? For ability, or just going on ability, Gowser. Genuinely.
Kevin Thomas is not making the list.
He watches
just put him under pressure.
Tomo was really
So who you?
I'd stick with Gowser.
Alright. Were you at that St Andrews when you went out and you shouldn't have?
Yeah, but I can't speak about that. It's carnage. But
is Colker I heard Colker's a hero.
Yeah, he's one of, honestly, nicest guys, but obviously there was that, but he used to play the game every day to training. He used to drive the bus, but you weren't allowed to brake.
So you just had to judge him.
So we're going down the Kingsway at 50 mile an hour, approaching the roundabout, and you couldn't brake, but you just go from fifth to first gear.
Gears,
so the whole bus would be going back and forth.
That bus used to be brilliant. You used to get the bus from Dens to the other side. That was a good laugh.
Does that not make you want to be back in it? Because you miss all the time, innit?
That's the best bits, innit?
I get the fuck was great and all that, but it's what happens, innit? Just what you're describing.
Brilliant.
Innit? You miss
all that. The boys would
that.
be in stitches before, and then we'll all walk to training, and that does help.
Nothing replaces that, mate.
I know. That's how when you retire, there's nothing else. That's how we go a wee bit crazy at times, don't we?
Definitely.
Because we need that.
A top character, a guy we love, Cummins. What was he like to show off with me?
He's
out
again, one of the best guys I've. That's what I was saying
Everybody
to
says that,
Slaney,
yeah.
like, probably when he came in, I was thinking, going, oh, I don't know how I'll be around him, because he was kind of probably seen as, you know what I mean? Bit mental and all that. Top trainer, like, trained seriously, but off the pitch had the best laugh. He was wanting to get 20 wigs in training, right? He was wanting to get 20 wigs ordered, but Gowser was the only one not to have one, and we'd whip them all out at training.
And Gowser would have
He was desperate to do it in the boxes. So one day on a Friday, we'd all just whip them out and be like to Gowser, and he'd be turning around going, as if, how have I not got one? But just jest, honestly.
Was there no video when he's won the league and he pulled Jazz up for dropping him for the game?
Aye, he said that in his, so we went back to the Hilton, and there was a few boys had went up and had a speech, and Jace came up, and he just made a laugh at the fact that he'd basically been bombed. But that was Jace, down to a T.
Just made a laughing joke.
And then 3 hours later, he was swinging from the
I
chandelier.
remember that, the chandelier. Were you in the morning when he came in after the hydro?
Aye, yeah, that was mental.
Does he still have the
So the green stuff still, the green stuff still in his hair.
Do you know, I was saying to him, because the security was all around about him, I kept saying to him behind the scenes, this is all about you, mate. You want
You're the worst.
I know, and by the way, and he's going, I know. It is all about me. I mean, get yourself up there, and I was trying, and the security were on him all the time.
Yeah, see, we didn't know what was really, we knew he was going
brilliant.
on.
We using the group chat the night before saying Ferd Cummins is at the hydro.
No, but we were just, like, he was in training, and it was like, he had his wee backpack, and it was like...
No, but see, when he's at the hydro the night before, is there anyone that said, like, I've heard Cummins is
Nah,
on
but
stage?
it just then started to go on Twitter what was going on, and it was like... Whoa.
So are you on when he walks in? Is he like one of the last to walk in the
So
next
at
morning?
that time, there was 2 dressing rooms, just because I think it was COVID had been before that, so the boys were split, but we'd all went to training, and Jace didn't come.
Never turned up?
He was there, but it must have been...
What about when he first walks into the dressing room? Can you remember it?
Nah, there was just still like the green stuff there, and then, but he was fine. Honestly, I do believe that he was.
He was alright?
Yeah,
And then did you just get called into the manager's
I
office?
think so. Yeah, we'd all went to training because we had separate cars at that time, so it was like didn't know what had happened. We just didn't see him that
So
day.
he's turned up at train, ready to train.
Yeah, he was there.
So what,
I know.
The rest is a joker though.
What's wrong with that? See the way you mean Nick about something our gear.
No.
Know what I mean? So
But-
what's the problem? I don't get the problem.
I know.
I don't know if did they know he was going on?
No, I never told
I think
him
it was
he
the
was
time
there.
between the game as
I
well.
never
remember.
Well, if you were going to watch it,
We had the
I
Saturday
know.
game.
And they were like second bottom or something.
aye,
We had the Saturday game as
he's
well.
ready to
Like,
train. He said that.
that was going on Friday.
He behaved well, he wasn't.
He was
Remember your
brilliant.
wee motor?
The
Remember
Micra?
your with the Micra?
Ah,
Oh,
brilliant.
mate, what a piece of shit that was.
Did I get terrorised?
Oh,
Terrorised.
I had the Dundee air
Had the
freshener.
Dundee air freshener, mate. Playing with Dundee, had the Dundee air freshener in his motor. That dropped me off at my grand many a times,
Yeah.
mate.
You got a tattoo?
Nah.
Andy? There you go.
Nah.
That's what you
You
should
never drove Charlie Adams about in that Micra, did you?
No, I didn't.
You'd upgraded by then.
I'd upgraded, but the Micra was probably, I loved that.
Cam, you into coaching now? You're in coaching time?
So I
Take the
take
team.
Aye.
the amateurs, but I've went and done my badges and that.
Have you, mate?
I've got my license
Good.
and stuff. So
Is that what you see yourself doing when you come
I do want to do management and that, but then I've said to Si, I think like to myself, like it is like just mentally
it's
management, and I don't think you always get a fair crack of the whip.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have massive like aspirations to do it when I finish. But I'd like to think that I've still got a lot of time to
What
play.
age are you?
28.
20, he's only 20. That's what I
Yeah.
said earlier. I can't believe you're only still 28.
Yeah, 29 September, but yeah, 28,
You should
29.
do something otherwise. I know you've done the badges and all that, but the kind of
know, I do-
psychology of players and
Yeah, I was trying to do like a wee
people.
emotional intelligence
Aye.
course.
Oh, that I think that's
I think that's definitely-
important.
Yeah,
You maybe tap into that as well.
because man management, because I look back
Aye, so you
to Bomber and that, and I honestly think that tactics is important, but
go.
Getting extra at your players.
see, to get people to want to play for you
Play for you,
and to really go that extra wee bit, it goes such a long way.
Yeah.
Who's been the biggest influence on your career?
I don't know, football wise, or like just personally, it would be my
Have
mum.
you got another career that we don't know about? Course fucking football, like.
No, but like
Aye, so like, so both of your-
football hero, like
so your
you know,
mum-
Fucking not real.
like a football hero.
You think that biggest inspiration in your career or what?
So your mum and that is
Mum and dad.
in the dressing room as well.
I do look at, I don't know, I do look back to like Barry Smith, who was, but I grew up watching him and I thought like he was captaining a team that was like Kinija, Nimzazi, like, so he must have had something are they qualities? Eh?
Mate, some of the names you had at his testimonial. Can you come?
Caniggia, we had the first event with Caniggia, Speroni, and then the testimonial game, it was Speroni, Wanzara, the two Benettis, Caballero, Speroni, I said that, I think, but Speroni was just
hero,
nicest guy ever, and wanted to help you so much. Would do anything to help you. But that was just, that was incredible. But
how many were at Dens for your testimonial?
3.5, which could have got more, eh?
If it was only you'd kept the ball on the pitch a couple of more times, they got fucking 10,000.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Did we play a game again? It was always McGinn right back when I was there.
Yeah, I was just kind of still. I remember you sat us in on the bus at Brecon.
No.
I had a stinker, eh? Remember, but left back.
He's on you.
I couldn't keep the ball, and you sat me down on the bus and went, "It's only a bag of air. Don't worry about it."
That's a lot shout. That's a lot shout.
Wait, do you know what though? We played together at Peterhead as well. Tell the story about Jimmy Mack when you sold the fucking jerseys at Albion Rovers.
No,
we were going through a bad time. I think we were second bottom of the league.
Oh, was it Peterhead?
He came on loan for Dundee. Played a short back because you were on loan at Peterhead before, and I was trying. I'm chucking it to get me to Peterhead. Remember?
Yeah.
He played a short back pass. Albion Rovers run through, score. Text the manager that night saying really sorry about the short back pass, and he went, "No point in apologies, pals. I've just been sacked."
What?
Mate, he drove up to his house, tapped his door, didn't you?
Yeah. Went and seen him, eh? I thought he'd been sacked. I thought it was my fault.
Today.
No, but I had that. I thought, at the time, I was like, fucking hell, I've just got him the sack.
Well, hopefully he stayed near you.
He did that.
Brought to Ferry, mate.
No, but he's actually somebody that I don't, because everyone just speaks about Dundee, but he was speak about grounding and that. Like,
that was a good dressing room as well, so Peterhead.
Yeah, but it was a tough school though.
Remember,
like,
you had psoriasis on your skin or something, didn't you?
Honestly, yeah.
And come in at a dressing room like that, mate, psoriasis.
You're putting the emotion on again. And I'd be the big pump.
He did a big pump that emotion after. He's putting full motion on his body, man. Oh, what a boy. Asking you about your bird all the time,
If you get a favourite game ever for Dundee, one that stands out?
It'd be my debut.
Debut, mate?
SPL debut against United.
Was that your SPL debut?
SPL debut was against United. Greg Stewart was suspended that day.
And they put you in for Greg Stewart?
Yeah. right a 3 and a 4, 2-3-1.
Did you?
Yeah.
What, wide right?
Wide right, honestly.
Who was the manager?
Hartley.
Fuck it. What was your score?
1-2-1.
You played wide right?
Yeah.
Yeah, answers your question.
Do you know what he was, mate? One of them in training fucking always stands on your toes or fucking...
I know, I'm bad for
Oh, mate, honestly. Must have stood on your toe about 20 times a session.
Did you mean that? Is it just
But the good thing about him was he'd get fucked in the...
No, I watched
them
often enough.
Brilliant.
Anything else to ask him? What's your favourite ever starter, main course, dessert, 10?
Oh, starter. Bruschetta.
Bruschetta, right?
Bruschetta,
Nah, no bad. Main?
I think I like a lasagna and chips, eh?
So just a bit of
Keep it
bruschetta,
simple.
basically. Just a bruschetta with cheese on it.
It's not even anything. That's the worst question ever. I do love a lasagna though.
So bruschetta, right, and then what for?
Sticky
cheesy
toffee.
chips for
Cheesy chips.
dessert? What do you want for?
Sticky toffee.
Sticky toffee.
But we put the dates in it, the raisins. Do you ever get them to fuck out it?
What do you have for dinner the weekend? Any good?
Just eating cereal now.
See, when I was on a diet, I had to go on a diet, I used to eat, 5 or 6 bowls of Special K a day, and that was it. Mate, flew off us, mate.
Did it, mate?
was it? Right.
Flew off us.
I was going to... I know you've kind of, Cammy, you've kind of touched on this, but just lastly, worst team talk you've been involved in? As in hairdryer treatment?
Don't know. I don't want to put anyone under the bus here.
Sorry, mate, I've killed you in that question.
It's not putting it in.
No, I forget that, mate. I don't want to kill him.
There enough. You still playing.
If you're right, favourite player you've ever played with, just one player.
Good question.
Just to end it on a positive note.
Probably Gowser, eh?
Nah.
He'd
He'd be one of my favourite players that I played with.
I think.
And your
Do you know
mates
what
him as
you
well,
did?
mate, ain't you? Your mates him as well.
You'll appreciate this, mate. No matter how he's playing, he'll always take the ball. But at any situation,
And that's what
mate.
you need.
Doesn't hide, regardless how he's playing.
It's the worst thing you can have out in the field if somebody starts to hide. What it takes is 1 or 2 and you're
But like,
perfect.
he'd always be there, eh? Like even when you were in the trenches or you were
Oh, you take him in your fucking.
Because he knows he can deal with it, innit? He's confident he can deal with it, isn't he?
He's yeah. Put
He's been
I had that relationship with him as well.
outstanding.
Well done, Cammy.
Outstanding.
Cheers, Cammy.
Well done, mate.